than her husband?
It's not.
Okay, that's what we trying to say.
But I will admit that. But is it okay for a man that is successful to be flattered by being pursued by multiple women?
We don't give. If wife and husband are good, he don't give a fuck about them shooting they shot. They can be in fucking front row, lusting and shit like old girl was that Steph Curry, you know, all that shit.
Listen,
He didn't give a fuck about her.
Rihanna shot at LeBron on multiple occasions.
But even
Rihanna
didn't get nowhere.
What?
But look,
Did
no.
she?
Just flip the scenario. Even going back to the beginning of the Aisha Curry post. Like, if a dude posted a picture like a thirst trap like that, certain kind of way, maybe accentuating certain body parts and shit.
He laid all back and shit with the bones.
How would a woman view him?
Not good. I mean,
Don't give me that not good shit. Tell me what it is.
Lying.
How would she view him?
Only just to look
I heard
at
what
it
y'all
like
said about
just
Trey
for that,
Songz.
but you won't be thinking
I think
anything.
I mean, I understand what y'all mean now when y'all say like a man respects a woman so he won't step to her. When y'all brought up LeBron and his wife,
Yeah.
I get that. I think y'all caught Steph Curry's wife at a vulnerable moment. There's no telling what was going on in their household. There's no telling how long he was gone.
We didn't
There's no
have to
telling-
catch that, though.
You
Yeah,
know,
she put it on the
got
plate.
insecure at the woman biting her lip at her husband. You don't know how she felt.
That don't mean shit.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Cause problems at the house between married people.
That women have feelings too.
Right.
So
But you
if
don't
a
gotta
man
display
is
them.
out
She didn't need to go on national TV and say the
there,
shit.
her husband is,
She should talk to her husband about it.
but she decided to bring it to a platform.
Let me ask you this.
Yes.
When you're in a relationship, right? You were married 8
That
years.
too close, biz?
Before you said or did anything, did you think
Who
about
married
what
8
you
years?
said or do to somebody else when it pertains to your
Yeah,
relationship?
she only 28.
No, I'm thinking about my relationship.
No, said she was in a
Exactly.
relationship 8 years. I
So
don't know if she
before
was
you
married,
spoke
but-
out or said anything, you thought about how it was going to affect your relationship.
Absolutely.
She's been married long enough to know what she says in public is going to circulate. She didn't. She had to think about that. Like, if I say this, this is going to be misconstrued and
Or if I
interpreted
do
wrong.
this.
If
not
I
say
do this,
I do this.
Yeah. And she had to know that. She had to think about that.
I was
That's
Steph, I
not who
would
you
earn
are.
her monkey
Steph
ass
married
out.
you because you were
Say,
the
man.
humble Christian girl that he can trust.
At all times.
He didn't
like,
marry you to be a video hoe.
We're a representation of each other. Like, so what does that look like for him on the other end?
Cause what if Steph said, I ain't got no girls in my DM, why don't y'all hop in my shit?
Yeah.
Nope, that's unfair.
Is it?
Ding, ding,
Is
ding,
it?
nigga, your shit be
How
lit
is it
up.
unfair?
Y'all are unfair because y'all not thinking about the capacity of what she's speaking. She's in entertainment. She's on Jada Pinkett's Red Table
She's a
Talk.
chef.
Okay. You ain't gotta be showing your
No,
ass.
hear me out. Hear me out. You're on Red Table Talk with Jada Pinkett
Because of Steph.
because of Steph. You're on the table talk because y'all have something to say.
Mm-hmm.
What if you have something to say? That means you have something either controversial or something that gets tongues wagging. You get to be honest. No, my opinion.
Do
my
you?
Opinion, you get to be honest in a capacity that is in entertainment.
So when she
So
said
got to
that,
speak, my opinion.
Uh-huh.
She got to speak her truth in front of somebody that would validate her, Jada. She's not gonna be like, oh,
That's a good example of validation.
She's in front of somebody who's gonna say, okay, and in acting, you get to yes and.
Uh-huh.
So keep the conversation going.
Look here.
So they're gonna always ask and be inquisitive. And she was just caught at an honest moment that may have been shared between girlfriends that was shared on the platform of entertainment.
No.
So I don't think that she was wrong for saying what she said because this is a conversation that women have.
Jada ain't sure she was fucking August.
Hey.
That's why I said that's a good
See
personal
what?
validation.
Let's invite your wife on our show to talk shit about you.
That's
what it was. That's
That
what it
not
was.
the intention.
That's what it was. We finna invite her on the show, see if she can earn out
So
her
let me
own.
ask you something.
And she failed for it.
I don't think that was the intention.
That was the intention.
So let me ask you something. If you was Steph, in Steph's shoes, you just got done playing the game, you don't watch the Red Table, and all of a sudden an interviewer asks you, how do you feel about your wife saying she wanted a man to hop in her DM?
If I'm Steph, I would think about what's been happening at home.
But she didn't think about what she said.
She wasn't thinking once she read the
Exactly.
Because they
You
are
telling him to
people
think-
that know what's been happening in their house.
So why bring it to the forefront
You
with a
telling
thirst
him to
picture?
think why she can't
That's
think.
what I'm saying.
Ain't no entertainment, nothing.
Have that conversation with your husband. Keep that private.
Not only get endorsements, not only make extra money, he knows their lifestyle. We're the only ones that talk But she's probably already told him this stuff. You never know. So we need to have the conversation for us.
Me and my wife don't have a perfect relationship, but if she get on somebody else's show and talk shit about me, we gonna have problems. We gonna have motherfucking problems. When we have issues, they stay in the house. They don't leave 6305.
Nah.
It hit the front yard, nigga. We smiling. We good. When we get back in the house, we gonna talk
We're
about
gonna
our
talk
issues.
about it.
Don't get on motherfucking national ass TV, YouTube channels and shit. Talk crazy about me. Me and my wife had all kind of issues while I've been doing this show. Have I ever talked shit about my wife? No.
But
You
does
don't
she
do that.
talk noise about stuff, or does she talk noise about herself?
Audio's on, just to let you know.
Okay, we good. Yeah, well, man, my wife,
Does
we
she
real
talk noise
niggas.
about her husband, or did she say that she feels something?
That's okay. It don't matter.
She feels she's not getting attention from men.
Correct. So she didn't say my husband is this or that.
What
She
other
said-
attention she needs from another man, though? That's the thing.
Yeah. She wants some dick pics. She want thirsty dick pics.
I
You
think
no.
she-
Like, how can you go around that? What other attention you need from other
I
men?
think she wants to step out and get approached just the same way y'all do. Just the same way y'all married asses.
She can,
and
but she don't-
relationship asses want to step out and be like, y'all want to know y'all can still pull. Y'all wanna
Big
know
King
y'all
is
She
big
can.
single.
She can still do that without showing your ass. You ain't gotta go. You don't gotta go that. You don't have to go that route to get that.
Big
You
King
don't,
is
because
big
you're already on
single.
the platform. You're on
So
the
if I step
spotlight.
out-
Like, anywhere you go, you're in the spotlight.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you got people like trying to like holler at you and like take a picture or
So basically,
sign
y'all
this
feel
or.
at a certain level, everything should stay.
It's not even it's, regardless of the level. It's respect levels. It's
So
respect.
public validation versus personal validation, like that's your hubby at home.
That's
What
the
does the public have to do with what we got going? I show you enough that should be suffice enough for us to move on. I can hop in your DM all day. I know Steph will do it. Steph probably hop in the DM after that.
But that's a conversation that we can have between genders. Personal validation versus public. Because if we're being honest, I feel like men are influenced by public validation. Because y'all get a lot of stuff.
We just talked about women posting half naked
feel
for
like y'all
likes,
get a lot
but
of
it's
that.
us that need public validation.
We get a lot of stuff. What?
Public versus a private validation.
Man,
What do we get that women don't get? That's what I'm trying to see.
I think that women.
ooh,
we
you
don't
frustrating
get
the fuck
enough
out of me.
I think we don't get enough private validation from our man. And I think y'all get plenty of public validation. I think men get more public,
We
we
ain't-
get more private, and then the private is y'all are getting it publicly, so y'all are like what's the word I'm looking for?
We don't give a fuck about the public.
But y'all don't
Y'all
act like
do.
it. Y'all don't act like it.
What are you
Y'all
talking
are
about?
out.
When we
Y'all
out.
do.
Yeah, I could pull this
Who-
one and that one.
That's what y'all do, though.
Y'all are playing a game.
No, it ain't no game.
Y'all really
We just
No,
had
we don't. Look,
Go ahead.
I like even when I first started dating my wife, I said it's not on me, it's in me. I can't help if somebody else is like attracted to me or some shit,
Motherfuckers be choosing.
but I'm not entertaining that shit. I know what I look like. I know I ain't no ugly ass dude.
Fact.
But I ain't worried about if a woman is trying to like show me attention. Especially if I'm out with my wife.
And the thing
Get
you
your
gotta
ass on
understand
somewhere.
is,
Fuck all that. Come on now.
it's for me. I just feel like that women always say that, right? But they don't accept the compliments that they get from the person they're with. And then on top of that, they don't always compliment the person they with. They want something that they're not doing themselves. It shouldn't take another woman to tell me, oh, you look good, you smell good. Oh, I like when you wear that color. Oh, I like when you wear that shirt. I'm supposed to get that at home, and women don't do that. Men do that often.
Facts.
And they do.
I'm on my
But,
jerk right now.
but
Facts.
when you hook up with somebody and y'all together, it's rare that you dress how you dressed when I first met you. You ain't putting on them heels every time I see you. You ain't wearing them dresses every time I see you like that. We ain't going to the same spots, and you definitely don't treat me the same.
Take off that goddamn bonnet.
But when you go out with
Take
your,
off that damn-
but when you go out with your homegirls,
I ain't worried about
you
that.
go out
body.
with your homegirls, you the flyest I ever seen you. So at this point, I'm like, damn, why she don't do that with me? So why would I compliment you just for you to go dress up with your homegirls
I'd be cool. when
to
you
go
out
seek
with a girl.
validation from other niggas? Because
Right,
you ain't
go
dressing
hang
up
out
for
with
me.
your girls.
So who you dressing up for?
I know what you're coming back to.
Wow. That's
Facts.
That's facts.
I know what you're coming back to when you go out with your girls looking good. I know what you're coming back to.
It ain't about that though. It's more so about it's supposed to be a give give take relationship.
It'll be the same thing. I think it'll be the same thing on the women's side. If like if the fellas having a fellas night out and we get all jazzy and spruced up and shit, and we be like,
women be more concerned about where we going and who gonna be there.
But they be like,
where you going?
Who you like?
Who you going with?
That's the thing. That's the question right there. That let you know what kind of activity about to be possibly going on. Who you going with? That's what it is.
You going with them single niggas?
Oh, you going down with him? Huh?
Single niggas?
Or if you're going with a certain married nigga that
who gonna be there?
Do his thing.
and try to do it exactly like all that.
When you start hanging with him?
Yeah.
Huh?
Do you feel like y'all give enough validation, like, to your women?
Well, I gas my women up all day long.
Most definitely.
All day long, girl. You finding a motherfucker. Where you going?
I don't,
Girl,
but that
you
ain't
know
me.
All day long.
So you should probably reconsider.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, it ain't in my personality. I don't do that.
Validate.
Reconsider what?
To validate.
No,
I said yes.
So, yeah, no, but he was saying.
It just ain't in my personality, bro. Even though I've been married for years and shit, I don't. It ain't something I do. It ain't how I talk. It feels weird.
It's crazy how like both men
It has
and
to be
women.
natural. It does.
Women
Not forced.
have
It don't feel
a
right.
certain
It's
way
forced.
they feel like they should be loved, and men have a certain way they feel like they should love a woman, but they never sit down and just talk about it. Hey, this is what I like. This is what everyone expects everyone just to do shit. No conversation. No conversation.
Want some young people
What's going on
I
there?
definitely think
Pull up.
communication needs to.
Shit, her. Let me
Yeah.
screw up.
It's all about communication. We as a culture,
We
and I'm talking
gotta
black
change
folks, we lack in communication.
you gotta change the
We
camera.
definitely lack in communication. Like that kills more black relationships than anything. You know, you can say it's about sex or anything like that. Nah, communication kills everything. Everything.
I know. So I agree.
That's why she should have communicated to her husband
Oh, my bad, my bad.
about what was going on before bringing it to the red
With a
table.
funk ass.
Well, who are we talking about?
Aisha Curry.
Funk ass.
I'm Aisha
gonna
Curry
be
fan.
funk ass.
I like Aisha Curry. I think she dope, but I think she fucked up when she did that.
Yeah.
But players fuck up.
That's the one blemish.
And Steph, the husband that he is, he ain't hold it against her. He was like, you know what, baby?
Nah,
He understood what she meant.
I think Steph understood the game and knew that he was supposed to keep that shit at the house, and I think he caught her in the corner at the house, so you need to sit the fuck down when you have a conversation about this.
Yeah.
And publicly, he never said shit about it because he understands my business is at my house,
And
not
see,
in the streets.
You gotta watch your friends because the first thing Jada Pinkett did was take that excerpt and use that as her promo.
Run with it.
Oh, for sure.
That was her
And
promo.
to
Ran
get,
with
and to
that
get a
shit.
million or some views in 37 seconds when she
Yeah.
go live.
That was her promo. That was fucked up.
Hey, controversy sells.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I understand that,
Say what?
but she wasn't talking about her own
Everything.
controversy.
You good?
Well, it came out like
We ain't really ain't started. We
a
just
couple years
talking.
later.
Yeah, it came out a couple of years
came
later.
to a head a couple
Aisha
years
was like,
later.
I knew it.
She was already in that entanglement at that time.
Oh yeah, she was fucking around.
She was doing
Yeah.
that thing.
Oh, she was doing that goddamn thing.
Laying on her back.
Giving it up.
Ski, ski. And then she go down the hall, lay with her husband. You know what I'm saying? That nigga in the same house.
said she was having a moment of thirst.
Who was?
Yeah.
Aisha?
Aisha Curry, yeah. She was having a moment of thirst. That's what it was.
Moment.
She said public validation is an insecurity.
Facts.
Oh, I remember
Now she's
that. I
speaking
was
now.
actually
That's
going
a
to
woman
say
said.
that.
Now
That's
she's
a woman
speaking
said
now.
that.
Now,
Appreciate you, Tanya D. Appreciate you.
Tanja Diggs
Tanya.
says public validation is an insecurity.
It is.
We agree.
It is.
And I also want to say that you motherfuckers out here getting likes and shit the same way as public validation. Even though homegirl tried to spin it on us. She tried to spin
Tried to.
She tried to.
She tried to
You
put a
quick,
wool
but I'm
over our
quicker.
eyes. She tried to put a wool over our eyes.
No, I can't. I think men seek public validation too, though.
How do
We
men
don't-
seek
we don't
public
seek it.
validation?
All the time.
No. What? No, give an example. What do
Yeah.
we do that gives the impression that we seek public validation?
I would say.
9 times out of 10 is bullshit. Watch it. She ain't gonna answer the question now. She hiding. She hiding. She ain't got no answer.
I don't know. I just feel like y'all seek it
See,
too.
see,
I
she
can't
can't
give
get no
an
example. See what I say?
No, I'm gonna be
You
honest.
agree though that we do?
I mean,
Men start seeking public different type of validation when they're not getting it at home.
So then
If
time is
we
right,
were,
so it is the insecurity then. If you're
it can be, yeah. But we create our own insecurities.
Yeah.
Like we
Exactly.
give
Exactly.
insecurities to each other. Like if the woman was doing her job respectfully and making sure that man felt like it shouldn't be nothing another woman can tell your man that
how
you ain't
can y'all
already
say
told
that
him.
Aisha may not have felt that.
I didn't say she
I don't
didn't
know the
feel like
relationship,
that.
So I'm not speaking. This is hypothetical.
I'm not saying she shouldn't feel like that. I'm saying she shouldn't have said it publicly.
And she shouldn't have posted that publicly.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Because not only did
But
she
y'all
say
sit
it,
here and say that y'all don't ever want women to be like, oh damn, who is that?
I don't
they're
want
gonna
it.
do that regardless.
I don't walk
We don't care
around
about
wanting
that.
it.
Y'all do care about
We
that.
don't.
Y'all
Look, I know who I am.
They gonna do that regardless.
I know who I am regardless. Like, hey, look,
I got you.
look. This is how I feel about myself, and I don't even have to verbalize this. If I walk into a room when there's at least 2 women in there, one of them gonna think I'm attractive.
No, that's true.
But I don't have to go and look for it. I don't have to do a certain thing to actually feel like I know one of them like me.
So
I
you
don't.
don't think the knowledge of knowing that somebody gonna find me attractive is public validation in your mind?
Nah.
You don't think
I'm not
walking to
publicly
a movie
saying
or-
that. I'm not publicly saying it. I'm not posting.
No, when you know you
Just
the
saying
man.
that-
Because you're not speaking it out loud, you're not posting it. That's different.
That's what I said.
I'm
Keep it
not
in house.
saying it out
No,
loud.
no, no, no,
Keep
no.
it in house. It
You
doesn't
don't-
have to go out to the public.
You don't have to pretend to be the man when you are the man.
Facts.
And that's what it boils down to. I know if I walk into a room, I'm going to stand out. Period. Whether I stand out in a good way, whether I stand out in a bad way,
Players gonna get
I'm
yours.
going to stand out. I don't have to go looking for nothing. It'll come along when it come along if it's meant. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. And I mean, at the end of the day, we don't necessarily, some men do go out. These flashy niggas, they want to wear the jewelry.
They wanna
wanna-
throw money.
They want to throw money.
They wanna be
show
seen.
their
They
clothes.
want to
Photo
park
like-
in the front.
That's a man looking for a different type
So I
of
used to
validation.
the music just for music.
But regular niggas,
They
you
looking
know what
for
I'm
they
saying?
looking for them
Us
thirst. They looking for them
extraordinary
thirst
niggas
buckets.
ain't got to do all that.
They-
So
they
if
looking
y'all
for the
think
thirst
that
buckets.
Public validation from a woman is bad. What do y'all prefer women to be like? I mean, if y'all don't want us posting sexy pictures,
No.
nice.
If you're single, do you?
Do you? If you
Even-
try, but if you trying to,
No.
but if you trying to play in the pros,
No.
But y'all
Even,
said,
but no,
let's
even if,
back it up.
Uh-huh.
Y'all said that, yeah, we one day y'all say y'all posting everything out.
Right.
So it's an issue if we get our bodies
no.
done,
It's
and
it's
we're
an issue
single,
on how it's done. If it
But why
looks
is it an issue if we're single?
no, it's an issue like for like my preference. If that's what you looking for, as far like for that type of dude,
go for it.
go for it. Or even if I'm single and you posting that, I'ma like it, but I'm not about to look at you seriously. I'm about to look at you for what you posted, and that's it.
Yeah.
Well, no matter what your captions say, I'm looking at this picture, your ass
Child
and
of
titty and
God.
all that shit out.
Ass on the sink.
I'm looking at that's all we looking at.
That validation from a woman is
Wow.
preferred from males. We shouldn't look for validation.
It goes back to what I said
No,
earlier.
y'all don't. Anyway.
No. What are you looking for? How are you presenting yourself? When you do your public validation, are you presenting yourself like a wife?
You want a husband or
presenting
you want some
yourself like
dick?
a hoe? You presenting yourself like,
Like
a
when you-
student?
You want a
How
husband
are
or
you
you want some
presenting
dick?
yourself?
When you're single, you can still post sexy pictures that's not revealing everything. It can still be done tastefully.
Do you want a husband or you
But
want
it
some
doesn't
dick?
have to look a certain kind of way.
Somebody
When it
gonna
looks a
ask
certain kind of way, you're going to get that type of approach.
You wanna go home, you wanna
That's
go to
the
jail?
thing.
Yeah.
We can post both type of pictures. We can post.
And you gonna get both energies.
Don't be mad if you get
Don't be
more
mad
of
if you
the-
get both energies.
Exactly.
That's
If
what
you
I'm
get
saying.
more of the other energy as opposed on, don't get mad at that.
I think
But
I might have to have the app for that.
the thirst energy will cancel out any positive energy you get every time. Niggas will comment, you look beautiful today. But 9 times out of 10, we ready to send that dick pic. And I say we as in men in general. I ain't sending them motherfucking dick
I was
pics.
about to say.
But
Yeah, ain't no 10 out of 10.
yeah, hey, just like it's one nigga that will say you look beautiful today, it's 9 niggas that's gonna send a dick pic and be like, what's up with it?
So, I'm gonna say
I
this.
missed some.
when it
That
comes
part, I missed
to
that part. Where'd that come from?
like as far as like just looking at their pictures and shit, it's good to look at. If you at the beach, you taking beach pictures. That's cool. You on vacation. You at the beach. Ain't nobody judging you for that shit. You on vacation. But if this is your norm, you want to be seen. You can't tell somebody they thirsty when you got water in your hand.
Like what's old girl Pamela, the one on IG? Goddamn.
Oh, you talking about
Oh,
L.A.
Pamela Alexander,
yes,
the light skin.
yes.
Yeah.
Like nigga, you know them. She
thirst trapper.
Yes.
All day, every day.
Now, don't get me wrong. I be looking at people like, God damn.
Yeah, but that's far as it goes.
You wouldn't shoot at that motherfucker because
Not on a serious level.
because we know what that's about. That's nothing but sexual energy. That's
So-
all that is.
Basically, it's like this. It's like, you know, when a hoe's a hoe, you'll fuck with a hoe, but you ain't never gonna continue like anything further with them because you know what
hoe.
they got.
Well, it's a lot of tricking niggas out here. That
No,
really-
I mean,
ready-
yeah, that's
they're
true.
trying to
That's
trick
true. I'm talking about like,
They
you
ready
know what
to trick
I'm
long
saying?
term.
Somebody
They're
who
trying
ain't trying to be one of them.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
I'm-
Just
Do you think that every woman knows that she's presenting herself as what you all assume to be a hoe?
Yes.
She knows.
Hold on.
Yes.
yeah.
How,
Yeah.
Let me ask you
She
something.
knows.
Let me ask you something. Now listen, if the majority of your
Yeah, she
messages
knows.
are disrespectful or pictures or coming at you sideways, don't you think you're presenting yourself that way?
We can get
Like at some point you got to say, damn, why they keep hitting me up like this? What am I doing wrong?
Why do I keep getting dick pics?
At some point, you got to ask yourself, what am I doing? How am I presenting myself? The problem is a lot of people don't like to do self-reflection. It's easy to
Exactly.
blame and say, oh, he's just a thirsty-ass nigga. So I guess all these niggas are thirsty. It ain't got nothing to do with you being in the thong, shaking your ass in your IG. That has nothing to do with it.
It's a part of
It's a huge part
All
of
of
it.
it. That's
If you on your
that's
IG every day
100%
wearing a
of it.
business suit, ain't nobody finna see you no goddamn dick pic. It's gonna be rare. It's gonna be very
No,
rare.
because I know people that still send dick pics without even a female have to do nothing, show no ass, no nothing. Some people are just creeps like that.
Yeah,
Some
yeah,
people
that
are
is true.
creeps like that.
Very much.
That's
How
the
often
exception
does
to the
that happen?
rule.
Some people, no, because it does matter how you present yourself, because people gonna treat you how you do come off at people. That's understandable. But most of the time, people just do what they do because it's what they
Let me
do.
ask you something.
Yeah.
If you went on my IG and every picture on my IG you see me with a different female, what are you gonna assume? Exactly.
Well, see, I
Checkmate.
can't say that, though. No, that ain't checkmate because everybody not like that. I don't assume nothing about nobody unless I actually know. So you can be whatever business you in, can play a part in why you taking all these pictures with these females. So with that being said, no, I can't say that either.
And what kind of business you in can possibly, depend
It
on
don't
what kind of
matter.
people you
can be a
attract,
promoter.
though.
You know,
Occupied.
it could be anything.
But it also goes on what type of people that he's going to attract, too.
That too.
That's
So
what I'm saying.
Everything still stems from
This what
what are you doing as
he's
well.
presenting as a promoter. He gonna get like the chicks that want to be in the clubs, all those type of spots on the regular. Yeah.
Oh, you're a hoe because you have a lot of pictures with a lot of people. No, I can't assume that because I don't know why you're taking these pictures with these people.
Club promoters.
I'm a little different though because I think a little different.
Club
Yeah.
promoters.
Think off top.
But a woman-
person
but a-
is like that for no reason.
Club
But a woman is not
No,
gonna automatically
no,
want to try to automatically
no,
pursue that seriously.
No,
though.
no.
Like this off
You know,
first
you know what?
impression.
No, club promoters will say, I'm a club promoter. That is not accurate.
No,
if you see a
everybody
nigga,
not gonna just say what they are. I
What?
can take a picture with somebody right now, but they don't know what the fuck I do.
that's bad business. If you advertise without saying what you do, that's
Here's the
bad
point.
business.
It's
Here's
on
the
my
point.
profile, what I do, all that.
Y'all gonna say this nigga's a player. He presented himself like a player.
No,
You don't smoke it out?
not.
The smoke bother you?
Everybody
Okay.
not gonna think like
I'll
that. You
let you know
can't
if
say
it's
everybody.
Okay.
Everybody not gonna think like that.
I ain't say everybody.
Most people not gonna think like that. It's
Okay.
It's like a 50-50. Some people will, some people won't.
So when you
you
view-
can't say that.
So when you view Future, how do you feel?
You say what?
When you view Future, how do you feel?
When I who?
View Future, the artist, Future.
He's
Don't
an
do that.
artist. He does music. I love his music. I don't judge him. I don't do none of that. I listen to the music. That's the whole purpose of me listening to the artist. I don't know what he does in his life. I don't know what business he got going on with who or what. I listen
Your
to the music.
homegirl come to you and say, hey, this nigga Future wanna holler at you.
See, I'm not that person either. Like, that does not fancy me or nothing like that. Especially, no, who going? Because he gonna have to be my type for me to go. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. If I don't like you like that, I'm not attracted to you, I don't care how much money you got.
So-
That's not gonna make me want to go with you.
What qualities make Future not good enough? If he came to you,
I know, it's just not my type. It's just not, I'm not just,
he's not attractive.
He's
His
just not
personality
fancy
is
me.
not.
He just
What
don't
is it?
fancy me.
What's crazy
I
about
don't look at
that?
him like
You're not
that.
attracted to him,
I look at the music. I don't look at him like that. Like
They-
if I'm attracted to somebody, I am. If I'm not, I'm not. But when it comes to famous people and stuff like that, that does not fancy me.
They consider Future fuckboy number one. But every woman that Future done been with, he's dating like they've been his girlfriend.
Yeah. He get out.
That's them.
That's been his girlfriend. Like it ain't like he just.
A year ago, I was about 40 pounds heavy.
Everybody's different, so it's them.
Biz counters
Still
down.
young too though.
We're gonna get this shit started.
All right, what is the topic?
No,
Talk about mental health.
whatever he gonna present, he be on some spur of the moment.
So when
shit.
we do the intro, you'll give your name and then you'll give your IG information
Oh, your
wherever you want them to
handles and
contact
stuff,
you at.
Okay.
And then he'll get into the topics and shit. It'll be random.
Oh, we on? We live.
We good. Yeah.
Wait.
All right, everybody, I want to welcome y'all to the live show on YouTube, R.N.S. We still dangerous. We still crazy. I got the pedal with me. These motherfuckers, as y'all know, we're going to talk about everything from politicking to bitch
The
ticking.
language. The language.
This is R.N.S., right?
No bitch ticking.
Not today.
We
The
ain't bitch ticking
language just bothering you?
2 seasons.
Do we got to rewind what happened last week?
Hold on now. Hold on. Don't
Yeah.
With that being
delete
said,
all that shit.
with that being said, man, we're going to go ahead and introduce ourselves. We're going to start over there at the far left.
It's your boy Cornell West, Fly Guy C West on all platforms, Instagram, Twitter,
camera right there.
all that. We in the building. Holla at us.
Yo, it's your boy Moody Chongo. You find me at Moody Chongo on all platforms. MOODYCHANGO, all one word.
You did. Long hair, don't care. We in the building.
Ah, hell. I'm on my way back. I'm on my way back.
You almost there too, bro. I ain't nowhere near. S. Jenkins, 03 on IG. Fuck with me. Stanley Jenkins, man.
No, hey, this is
No,
what?
that's
We keeping it simple.
This guy.
We're keeping it classy. They already on my ass.
Yeah.
I see. That's got to be what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
And you already know who I am. I'm your host with the most, King, a.k.a. The Plot Thickens, a.k.a. your a.k.a.'s favorite a.k.a. Mr. Nice Watch, a.k.a. y'all already know the rest. Let's go ahead and get it.
The plot thickens.
The Plot
The Plot
Thickens.
Thickens.
Yes.
Maple syrup.
That's a new one.
So we actually we have a hell of a show for us today. Y'all probably heard some of the interlude to the show. That ain't shit what we talking about.
No,
we
really
just trying to
ain't.
set the record straight
Yeah.
with some of these young ladies that's in the audience.
They crazy.
So they know, because apparently they thinking that
We ain't got to go there. We ain't got to go
Yeah,
there.
we gonna let it go. We gonna let it go.
It's going to start.
because we gonna get this motherfucker right back started. So
But if you do want to sit in on an episode,
I'll let it.
or you could just peanut gallery too, because we be doing our thing up here.
find me on IG, King_it's_him.
You got to vote.
Yeah.
He had a whole
Yeah.
hand
Yeah,
show.
we
Man,
got
hey,
votes,
hey,
like,
man.
the 2 seasons in, man. It ain't
Man,
stopped.
I watched some old footage and I found that I was doing it way before then.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, at the Try You Want a Video shoot, shot by Vajua.
Yes. You actually did do it in
I
behind
did.
the scenes. But go
So
ahead.
we are live in Royal A Studio as usual. You see the fish tank back there, man. Got the tiger fish going now. He running the cage. It is what it is.
Lionfish. Lion.
Whatever you want to call it. This motherfucker with the stripes. So today's, man, we actually gonna talk about mental health. We ain't talking about this in a minute, man. You know, it's a very important topic. It's near and dear to all of us. You know, as a community, I don't think that we get enough mental health support that we need, and we need to stop being afraid to seek counsel. Like, it is very therapeutic. It is good for your psyche, help you move on and move past some shit that's been holding you back. So, look at this shit. We gonna get comfortable with being uncomfortable today, and we gonna unwrap some things.
All right.
So y'all ready to go on this roller coaster with me?
Yes, sir.
Hit that monkey shoulder.
Shit, look, he had to pull out the alcohol.
I wasn't going to drink, but I guess we drinking today.
We don't advertise for free, Monkey
drink
Shoulder, so you
You
owe
want
us.
to drink you?
I do, but I'm holding back.
Okay.
So,
He don't drink.
man, let's go ahead and jump right into it, man. I want you
you got?
guys to kind of think back, a little bit back in your past as a kid, and I want you guys to kind of remember someone that stands out to you that everyone kind of wrote off, and they always used to say, "Oh, he crazy, don't worry about him," or "He crazy, don't worry about her." But you kind of failed to, as you grew older, you realized that it wasn't the fact she was crazy. They just had a lot of mental issues going on, right? And with the knowledge that you have now, I want you to speak on the situation where you met that person and what you could have done to help that person kind of get over what they're going through.
Man, it's gonna take a minute. Man.
It got deep,
That's
didn't
it.
it?
Yeah, that one was real.
I don't remember anybody as a kid. Okay, as kids, the only thing I remember mental health wise is you know, talking about that early 90s, 90 to 95, when they was putting kids on Ritalin like a motherfucker.
Like a mother, left
Oh
and right.
yeah.
See,
Left and right.
that shit was something else. Now, as a kid, I couldn't do shit about it, but at the same time, I noticed a difference in how my friends act. Like, bro, you chilling a whole lot more than you used
Bro,
to.
you ain't used to fuck shit up.
Yeah, you used to be able to run 40 miles per hour. Now, you know, you ain't doing shit. So, like, that type of shit. But I don't think there's nothing I could have done to help them as kids. Like, I was a kid, too. And really, I wasn't aware of what the fuck was going on. So I just wasn't going to pick him for my team.
This shit.
Oh, damn.
This shit.
He slowed now.
This shit. He slowed
I
down.
mean, what it is.
He slowed down.
You're right, but
Yeah, he slowed the fuck down. Little Timmy ain't as quick as he used to be.
Was it the Ritalin that did it, or?
Yeah, it was the Ritalin.
It was the
Yeah,
Ritalin.
it slowed him
Yeah,
the
it really
fuck
was
down.
something else. That fucked the black community up. They were just giving it out like candy.
But they sold us that mental health. They sold us the pills.
Yeah.
But they didn't sell us mental health awareness.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Like, these schools don't have child behavior counselors no more. You know what I mean? Like, you go get your counselor
I don't
certification.
think they had them back then.
Oh, they did, just not in our schools.
yeah.
They had them, just not what we
They
grew
were
up.
across town.
Yeah.
Suburb school district.
Yeah, very much so. They go out and they seek them. In the school districts, in the poorer communities, they have regular general counselors. They're somebody who don't know how to handle children or don't know children's health. They're just counselors. They got
But
this
it's more of a
degree.
school
and-
counselor.
Pretty
It's more of a
much.
school counselor nowadays.
Let me help you get your schedule right.
yeah,
But
right,
it's
that's it.
not like counseling, like real, like a lot of times school counselors in education, they're not even actually being school counselor. They're like an extension of a teacher, or they're doing like a whole bunch of different roles outside of what they're supposed to be doing.
Right.
So I had a friend. I'm not gonna put his name out there, but not tonight. We were in elementary school, and he was older, and you know, games were heavy back then. You know, so this kid was in the 5th grade. He was in the 4th grade, right? Kid used to bully me every morning. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, "You my little brother. If anybody messing with you, you need to let me know." So what ended up happening was, what I didn't know was, he actually, his brother sold dope, and somebody was looking for his brother, broke in that house, killed the mom in front of him. Shit. He saw all of it.
Shit.
He had to live with that. So he moved in with his granny. You know, his brother was out in the streets. His brother ended up getting killed. He had to live with all of this. So him coming to me and saying that I'm family was legitly
Meant something.
you're
It's big.
family.
It's
now.
big.
It meant something.
Yeah.
But what ended up happening was the kid, and you know, the other kid, the 5th grader, he looked at me like a little brother too, but his little brother was a little different. So I told him, I said, "Say, man, this nigga keep doing this every morning." I didn't know what was gonna come of it. But what ended up happening was, he saw him, he snapped, he beat the boy black and blue. When I say black and blue, I mean like,
You purple.
yeah, he was literally purple, no bullshit.
Yeah.
He beat his eyes shut, like completely shut, fractured his face. Mike ended up missing 3 months of school. Like, he was that fucked up. And when he came
You
back,
said their name.
I said one name. He had rings around his eyes, like from the
Still?
bruise. Yeah.
After 3 months?
Yeah.
Shit.
He beat him
Broke
that
his nose
bad.
and shit, too?
Oh yeah, he beat him that bad. Totally different demeanor. Hey y'all, what's going on?
Yeah.
Totally different person. But
That's what
what
changed
what,
the attitude.
what I didn't realize back then was, you know, his psyche was fucked up.
Yeah.
And he had this need for family. And I didn't know that me saying this is a problem.
Yeah.
And him having the urge to go fix it would trigger what he did. And it led to, it progressed from there, because they kicked him out. They actually took him to juvie. He's in the 4th grade.
Kimbo Road.
In the 4th grade, they didn't get him help. They took him to juvie. So they made him tougher. So when he came back,
He was a monster.
He was
monster.
worse.
And he didn't get out to middle school. And you know how William James is in the 90s?
In the hood.
Either get 8, and he wasn't getting 8.
So he was fighting, beating up everybody.
Fighting, it progressed. It started off as fighting,
So shooting.
then he started shooting.
Damn it, man.
Yeah, I mean, he became, you know, so that need for family turned into, all right, you niggas is Crips. We all stay in the same neighborhood. Well, guess what? I'm a Crip too. Y'all my family? Cool. I ride for my family. And it just progressed on from there. You know, no one stopped to say what happened. Why did a fourth grader snap like this? You a fourth grader.
Yeah.
You a fourth grader,
Shouldn't be
but because he
snapping
was
like that.
black,
They
he
didn't
didn't get
care.
that same opportunity for help. No one reached out and saw his cries.
But because of all the stuff that he had endured and
Yep.
experienced, and he
Oh,
held
yeah.
that frustration in.
Yeah, it
and
made him hard.
He
It
just-
made him
he
hard.
just took it out on the wrong person. And
Yeah,
that was
because he
one
wanted
mistake.
to protect his family.
But
He
that-
didn't get a chance to protect his family. He watched his mama die and his brother got
Yeah.
killed. He had that opportunity.
That was deep.
That's tough, man.
But I mean, we have. Well, I ain't gonna put my family business out there, but I got a few cousins that's the same way. They kind of came up hard and they really
Yeah.
tough on family. I mean, hell, remember that situation? I ain't gonna give you the details, but I hit my cousin. I'm looking for a nigga, and I'm like, "Hey, do you know this nigga?" He's
No,
like,
but you want me to take him
"No, I don't." But he from this side of town, and you be over there. He was like, "So when I see him, do you want me to?" It's like, "No, don't do that." He was like, "Okay, because I will." It's like, "I know you will, and that's why I didn't want to call your ass."
Wow.
Like that type of shit. Like, and he had a real hard upbringing and shit. Daddy in jail, mama out here doing all this. So yeah, I understand it. And I can understand it, but it's like it's weird to me.
Yeah, and it's almost like they leave us as children to help one another. But we're kids. How do we know?
Yeah.
How do we know you need help? There, I talk so.
You know right from wrong though.
We know right from wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't know
A
when
cry for help is something different.
Yeah. And not everyone shows a cry for help the same way.
Fact.
You know what I mean? Some
This
people
is
learn
true.
to just
You
bottle
know right
it up.
from wrong. You know what you're not supposed to be doing.
Yeah, but they ain't gonna stop people
but
from
you
doing
gotta
it.
also
Homie know he
realize,
shouldn't be homie black and blue.
That ain't gonna
but
stop
you gotta
people
realize
from doing it.
when
Well,
pain and hurt come up, right and wrong go out the
different
window.
he probably just saw red and just, like I said, he had so much bottled up frustration and he just
And
like
we,
took
and
it
we
out
know
on
he
him.
don't like red because he a Crip.
He saw red in the Crip neighborhood.
You have to remember that he said that you're family.
Family, yep.
And his mom was his family.
Boom.
Mama gone. Okay, so now I got to make sure to protect my family through and through. If people out here killing my family, I'm gonna have to hurt them enough to where they won't.
They won't.
He
Yep.
knew right from wrong.
So there's a plethora of women
Everybody
that I've
know
met,
right
and we've had conversations about their past, and it baffles me the amount of women as children were touched,
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
and nobody said anything.
I try not to
Yeah.
think about this.
You know,
It was a movie or something on I think it was like on Netflix. I can't remember the name of it. I think it may be called Mississippi Dam. But it was something along the lines of what you were talking about. It was I don't know if the dude, it was an uncle. The uncle might have been like in his early like teens, 14, 16. He had like a little niece that was maybe 8 or 9. The uncle was touching on the niece, and like the niece would go and tell her people about it, and like they would just overlook it. And the uncle got older. The niece still had this trauma that she was built up on. Like it happened again with the uncle. You got to go and watch it, man. You got to go and watch the show. But it's like that stuff is generational. If you don't actually like
is.
face
It
it or
is.
address it like then, and
it'll
because
keep
you're
going.
teaching people to overlook it, and like even if you bring it to family, like family ain't gonna do nothing about it. Like the family's supposed to protect you, but the family ain't gonna protect you. Like so, it's gonna be an ongoing situation,
And
ongoing
it's
cycle. Like
crazy
somebody gotta
because
break the cycle. Somebody
they-
be strong enough to stand up to whoever the individual is, no matter how hurt it might do to the, how much damage it may do to the family.
Yeah.
You gotta stop the crazy cycle, man.
Cancer needs to be exiled.
But the
Exactly.
thing is, they are quick to jump and protect the person that actually did the crime versus the victim.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't do that, or it's, well, don't say nothing, we gonna handle it. But this motherfucker showing up to every holiday function.
Exactly.
So you growing up knowing this nigga had been touching you, or is still touching you, and he's still coming
he's sitting
around.
on the end of the table. For
He over there
Thanksgiving and
waiting.
shit, yeah.
It baffled me. We had somebody on the show, and they told us that they were put in that situation, and the father knew about it, and this guy would still be able to come to the house,
Oh, no,
and
you
the
gotta
father
die, my
and the
nigga.
mother not do
Slept,
anything.
nigga.
You,
We
no,
ain't
it-
calling
anything.
the law.
Yeah, ain't no sleep. You about to get a
Dead.
permanent sleep.
Buried.
You out of here.
We gonna make this a family affair.
And I will gladly sit down. I
This
will
how we
gladly
gonna
sit
unite
down
each
for
other.
mine. I gladly sit down for mine over some shit like that.
But a lot of women don't they don't recover from that. So now she grows up. She has this little separation from family. She has a little, now family for her is a little tainted. You know what I'm saying? Because she went through this with her own family. So if your own family hurt you in your mind, you thinking a stranger will do much worse.
Yeah.
So now when she's dating, guess who got to deal with that? Us.
The man she's dating.
And how the hell do we help repair that?
We don't.
But how long does it take
Well-
for that woman to even come forward to tell you when y'all dating? It ain't like it happens in the beginning stages where y'all getting to know each other.
That's true.
Even when y'all like get to the serious point of y'all together, engaged, married, it could come in like years later after y'all already married.
That's fact. That is very factual. And it's sad because it's like, I've been battling this whole time. Now, as a
You
parent,
didn't even know you was battling.
didn't know
this.
you was battling it. You know. So, we had a question come in from the chat. Is it a red flag for a woman to say she's in therapy? Or are you turned off by it? So, younger me
Good question.
would have said, oh, you know what? This bitch crazy. I'm not finna talk to her. Younger me, right? Because we were trained and taught that
Therapy is for
Therapy is
crazy
not-
people.
yeah, therapy is for suckers. You know, as men, they tell us to hold our emotions in, be a big boy, big boys don't cry. They train us to be soldiers. So when we saw her hear shit like that, it's like, I don't want to deal with that. She crazy. As an adult, I've realized that therapy is a necessity.
Yes.
And the fact that she's going to therapy shows me that she's willing to change and compromise. It does tell me that you have other shit going on, but it also tells me that you're willing to work to get past it. So where do I fit in? That'll be my next question. Where do I fit in? Because at some point, I'm going to want to know, well, why are you going to therapy? Why are you going to therapy? And is it going to be a roadblock for us? Because you can't ask a man to go to therapy off top. You still got that window of courting that you got to get through. So at what point do you introduce your problems to this relationship?
When you feel comfortable and you can like be honest with that person, like when you trust them with your feelings.
Vulnerability's a motherfucker.
No, I'm good on the therapy shit. She said no, for real.
It depends. It depends.
I mean,
on,
y'all know my history.
yeah, but it all
For
depends.
those of you that haven't watched R.N.S,
Season 1,
it's like, yeah,
episode 3.
I don't get down with therapy. It ain't my thing. It's weird as fuck, and I think it's very weird for adults to want to tell their deepest, darkest emotions to strangers. It's like, if I can't call this nigga or this nigga about my issues or a nappy trifling ass, then I ain't got nobody to talk to. It's weird because a stranger can't. There's a whole lot of shit that goes into mental health and things that go on in my brain, and there ain't enough schooling on this planet that can tell people how A touch B in my head. But this nigga can, and this nigga can, and sometimes that late nigga over there can. But no, I can't. And I think it's weird for people to talk to absolute strangers about problems.
I get that 100%. I do. I get that because, you know, in the community, we don't support each other. Like, it's very tough. So, as kids, we grow up with trauma. We can't really tell our family because they don't support us. We try to low-key tell our friends, and they don't understand.
They don't understand.
You know what I'm saying? They're dealing with what they got going on. So, we just all separate from each other.
Find new friends.
No, that ain't it.
Yeah.
So as kids, though, you know, we were bred to be competitive.
Yeah.
So it's like when you do bring that type of situation out, and as a kid, you know, you coming over there like, man, what's going on, man? Man, my mama, man, her boyfriend beating her up, da-da-da-da. A kid gonna be like, nigga, you let your mama get her ass whooped, nigga? It's happening. And kids don't recognize the severity in it, man. Niggas will high-side the situation versus saying, well, what do we do?
Depends on the friend. Depends on the age of the kid.
It depends on
But
their family.
but I think that a kid, everybody knows right from wrong.
Man.
Y'all
Like
keep
you
saying
said.
that.
See, but there's
You do, but even everybody knows it. Like I said, it doesn't stop you from doing wrong. It doesn't stop you.
But if you've been taught wrong all your life, you're going to repeat wrong. You know, because when we're kids, all we do is repeat what we see.
as
Product
kids.
of our environment.
As kids, Rolando told me that his mama boyfriend was beating up on her, and we decided we was gonna sleep that nigga. And that's what we did.
That's what I'm saying.
But
As kids, at 12 and 13,
That's what I'm
But-
saying.
we slept the shit out that Mexican, nigga.
but you grew up in a house full of women where you were the protector.
Yeah, that's
So it's different.
Yeah. Somebody else it might not have been the same.
Exactly.
so. Well, then you need to get new friends, nigga. Because Rolando came to me and was like this situation. I say, well, let's go handle that nigga.
Fuck you
then.
mean?
But
You know
as a
what I'm talking
kid, you're friends with who's in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
And
so
most-
if you live around a bunch of white kids that are not
ain't gonna do
be,
shit.
they're like,
I mean, they
"Oh,
may
man."
kill their parents.
Yeah, they say they running the house.
Exactly.
But,
different.
But it's it is completely
They
different.
do.
It's different.
Like,
They running the
let me know
house.
so I ain't around.
Say, man.
You finna do what? Oh, no,
Yeah,
nigga, I'm
yeah.
finna go home, or I'm gonna say I gotta go anyway.
Shit, they
But-
be,
but
they
when
be
I
on
say-
trial together, nigga.
Let
What
me
you mean?
rephrase what I said though. But when you grow up with people who have a happy, healthy family, they don't know what to do in that situation. They're like,
That's fact.
well, just tell your mom this, and that. Like, I'm a kid, mom.
But is it happy, healthy if you still got to endure that though?
Huh?
It's not happy and healthy if you still got to endure the physical, like domestic violence.
No, I'm
all that
saying your friends might have
A happy,
healthy
healthy
home, and
And
you're
you
the
going
one
through that. Yeah,
going through
they-
all the situations.
So they looking
so
at
they
you
can't
like,
tell
well,
you what to
shit,
do.
you do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mama don't do that.
Yeah,
And
but
then
my dad love my mom. Just tell him to be nice
But
to her.
they
though.
can, I mean, but yeah.
Just tell them to apologize, and they were good.
But I mean, it's, I don't know, man. You still gotta intervene some kind of way. Not as far as like try to throw yourself in the middle of a domestic dispute or whatever. But if you know there's something going on, like it's not good for the kids in the house.
Nah, it ain't. It ain't at all.
And eventually somebody gonna go crazy where somebody gonna like eventually be hurt like permanently where it's not they can't come back from. So shit, you gotta put somebody in the middle of it. If you gotta call the laws on somebody, fucking call the laws. Don't give a shit if it blow the spot up.
I'll tell you about that one, right? So I actually dealt with that a lot growing up. The laws was at my house 24/7, and it never changed. It never really
it never
changed
does.
anything. You know what I mean? It only makes it worse because like, oh, you called the laws on me. Now I'm really about to beat
So
you.
now you gotta change it. You either gotta change the situation to get out, or if you stay, it's like you.
But that's up to the parent. And
It's
as
like,
a
yeah,
child,
as a kid, you
yeah,
just
yeah,
came
no,
to
no,
the
the kid,
ride.
no, the kid, yeah.
Yeah, you just along for the ride as this car go off the
Tell you
cliff.
something.
Shit, the kid can run away.
I'm gonna put this out
and
there.
they bring you right back.
He knows.
I'm just saying.
knows.
They bring you right back, nigga. They'll bring you right back.
We
You
got
can't run
this
to your
little nigga.
family or anything.
They gonna bring you right back.
That's
Even if
damn.
okay, look. So I really grew up in a really bad household.
Yeah, we-
And so my sister used to run away all the time. And she would run away to our family. My dad would just call the laws, they'd go pick her up and bring her right back home.
back
And
home.
she'd go right back out again.
Dang.
And they say we can't do anything except pick her up
And
bring
bring
her
her back.
home, because that's where she belongs.
Cause she's the right, they're the guardians, the parents.
Yeah, listen, let me tell you something. I'm gonna put this out there. My mother married this nigga, and he thought he was a shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm big and bad. I said, oh, okay. I hit high school. I figured out what weights were. Then I met a coach who said, you know what, son, you want to put on some weight? Yeah, I want to put on some weight. He said, well, this is creatine. It's all yours. Here's what I want you to do. So I took that creatine, and over one summer, I went from 170 pounds to 230 pounds solid muscle. And it was on that year, that nigga learned that he was no longer the alpha male of that house. And we ain't had no problem since.
I mean, I've been whooping my mama's boyfriend's ass since I was a
Yeah,
kid.
sometimes you gotta whoop a nigga ass.
Sometimes you got to, bro.
But
Sometimes you
if you
need to
ain't
get out
old
of line.
enough, if you ain't old enough, then you gotta get a couple of your partners to whoop their ass.
Jump that
Knife
nigga.
still sharp around this
Fuck
motherfucker.
it.
Knife still sharp around this motherfucker.
But
All that.
you know what's sad though, man, is the fact that, you know, when you recommend
Lord, I'm telling my
counseling,
business.
when you recommend counseling for the kid, there also needs to be counseling for the parents.
exactly.
Because the parents have to admit they're wrong in what's going on with this kid's life. But most black parents, they don't want to admit that they've done something wrong or done something that has now messed with the psyche of that child.
'Cause I
They
beat
don't
him.
want to admit
He should be good.
my parenting is a cause of this, or my lack of parenting, whichever one it is. They don't want to admit that.
Yep.
And that's where it gets deeper. And I believe that's where the real fear comes from, taking black children to therapy, because they don't want to admit their wrongs. They feel like it's admitting they failed at parenting, which the reality of it is, if you're doing it, you're actually excelling.
Yeah.
You're excelling because you're getting that help that child needs. You could be the difference between Harvard and a trap house,
That's true.
the dorms or a bando.
Penn State, State Penn.
State pen, and it makes a difference. When you raise soldiers, guess what he gonna be? He gonna grow up and he gonna be a fucking soldier.
Be a shooter.
I think that, but I don't think that's 100% on the parent. Like the kid, once the kids know, like we said, know right from wrong. It's all depending on the type of friends that they're around too. Because the friends have a lot more influence over these kids than a lot of the parents do. They're away from the house a lot more time, so they around their friends all day, every day at school, whether it's late elementary, all day in middle school, all day high school. You're going to hang out and shit with your friends outside of school, basketball practice, football practice, school dances. So it all depends on like the decisions as far as like the friends that they making too. Because I got like a few of my close partners, like everybody didn't have the ideal situation at home, but they didn't still make no fucked up situation because their situation at home was totally bad either.
Yeah.
So, I know some killers.
I do
No, real
too.
shit.
I do
Like
too.
we grew up together, them my niggas, them my partners. I understand the life that we lived and what they went through and what turned left, right? That means I understand right from wrong. But these are still my partners. As a parent, my mom knew that nigga right there, you need to stay away from him.
Yeah.
Because she was active. She wanted to know who I'm hanging around, who house I was at. That kid, yeah, he good.
yeah,
You can go
yeah.
play with him. That nigga, stay away from that
Most
nigga.
definitely.
Your cousin, stay away from that nigga. I couldn't go to Dunbar. I couldn't go to Dunbar. I hung out and Stop 6 all day long, chilling with Marcus and his homeboys. They were big B's and all this other shit. Don't tell nobody. They were big B's and all this other shit.
They did that.
Them were my niggas.
Yeah.
You know
You
what
was
I'm
over
saying?
there.
Yeah, real shit. Because his mom owned the company my mom worked for, and you know it was a family affair. So them were my niggas.
Yeah.
But when it came time to, hey man, I want to go to Dunbar. Like hell you are. Pick somewhere else.
Yeah.
I'm going to Poly. All right, cool. I lied. I'm going to Tech.
Even better.
Yeah.
Well, no, it ain't even worse.
That's
It wasn't better.
It was definitely better. But it's just about being an active parent and knowing your child. You can't just let your child just go out and roam these streets and come home when he want to.
Yeah.
Like you got to know this shit. If your son come home with a $200 pair of shoes that you know you ain't bought,
Something going on.
something going on. You don't ask no questions? I'm just saying.
Shit, how come he ain't buy me none?
This
So,
nigga-
but to go back to your original question, I just looked at it again, like in the like, well, me, it depends on how I feel about the actual woman. Like I wouldn't be turned off by the mention of therapy. I wouldn't be, even at a young age. I don't think I would be. It just depends on how I feel about the woman.
I find this shit.
Yeah. Nah, if
Because
I-
you know how, listen, I say that because everybody knows Holly Berry's crazy.
I don't, but
Yes,
I don't think I'll
right?
be, I don't think I'll be turned off about the mention of therapy. It just depends on like how she is in that whole process.
Outside
I
of
would know like if I want to like deal with her on a serious level. I probably be a friend, but it just probably wouldn't be anything on a serious level. If it's like that ongoing. If the feelings develop, then shit, I'm there for the long ride.
My biggest
Just depends.
question I'm gonna ask her at the beginning is, what are you expecting me to do
Boom.
while you're in therapy? You know what I
Boom.
mean? Because if you expect me to try and fix your problems with you, that's gonna be
issue.
hard, man.
It's an
I can't
issue.
do that.
Just
It
be
is
the
definitely
But I'll
an issue.
support you the whole
Hey,
way.
It's all you can ask for at the beginning. The
I like a
support.
guest that contributes, nigga. I like these motherfuckers just be sitting here.
Yeah.
Say, I like that.
A guest that contributes.
A guest that contributes, nigga.
That's a good question, though.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
real
I mean,
good
that's
question.
real good. You got to
Yeah.
ask that. Like, what's your what was your reason for telling me this?
Like
Yeah.
what do you need me to do to like help it make it better?
What can we do?
And
Yeah.
that doesn't mean it's gonna change anything.
Right.
It just means I want to be able to further our relationship. And if what you're asking from me seems like it's gonna hold our relationship back, we just
We
let
just
it
got
go.
to be friends.
But
I
there,
support you.
but you can't say that shit too early. It's like, don't tell me that on the first date that you.
Oh,
going
hold on
through
now.
some-
If you
going through
Yeah.
some mental
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Unless
let
you
me
talk-
start to like you just a little bit.
Before you let me know you're crazy.
Yeah.
I would say unless y'all are telling like stories, if y'all are already
Check, please.
telling if y'all are already telling like personal stories, you know what I mean? And then she's like, oh man, you know what? I have to go to therapy in the morning.
But
Blah,
that's
blah,
what I'm
blah.
saying.
Then it's like,
Hey.
oh, okay, we'll talk about that on another day.
It's
But
a-
I'm gonna keep that in my mind.
It's got to be a trust level.
Yeah.
Like she got to be
Hey.
comfortable to like confide in me.
Negative stigmatism to it. It's nothing negative about it.
That's what I'm saying. Is I wouldn't think anything bad about it.
Like that. Excuse me. Okay, woman. Bring it on.
We gonna repeat what you said. Say, ask your question.
Why,
What was your question?
why a woman can't bring that up on the first
On
date?
the first date?
Because the shit's weird. You telling you divulging too much information
Because
too early.
I'm going to have to send that text message saying, call me and tell me you got a flat. Hey, call and tell me you got a flat. Where you at, bro? That.
No.
My brother had a flat.
It's not.
My brother had
There's
a
nothing
flat.
wrong with it.
Nah,
the
yeah.
issue isn't therapy itself. The issue is how early you chose to tell me. It's like you divulging a whole lot of information a little too early.
And I don't even know your last name.
You know what I'm talking about? I don't know what kind of car you drive.
Dang.
I
So,
don't know where
for
you're
me-
from. I don't know
for
your
me-
favorite color or nothing.
Let me say this. For me, I've had some deep ass conversation on the first date, right? And if a conversation does lead to that and we go there and that's what we're talking about and we get to a point where you have to know if somebody's being vulnerable with you, right?
Yeah.
If I'm not being vulnerable back, you need to shut the fuck up.
Hell yeah.
I'm not trying to hear that.
Nigga, I have blocked a motherfucker while having a conversation with them at the table. Nigga, I was, oh yeah,
Dang.
really? No, cause this certain shit you just don't, you don't say it too early, nigga. You just don't say it too early.
It got to be some kind of clear and uncut, like, first date etiquette.
Yeah,
Fact. That is fact.
we just figuring out we like each other.
Yeah. If we gonna like each other.
If we gonna like each other, yeah.
Well, I don't know. I do things a little different. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you fuck on the first date.
No. Actually,
That's what he said.
First I'm gonna try and. I ain't even gonna date you. I'm just gonna hang out with you,
hang
see
out.
who you are.
Okay, that's
I'm
my
gonna see
style.
who you are.
Okay, that's my
Once
style.
I feel like, all right, I like your personality. You seem like a great person.
and then we
Now
can
let's
go
start
there.
dating.
Yeah.
And then we'll move forward.
That's my style.
But yeah, nah.
So I'm gonna figure out if you got therapy before we go on the first.
But
Exactly.
you know what? I'm glad she brought that up. Let's segue this into something else. I do feel like that because of some of the mental background
Yeah,
that some of us are
absolutely.
made up of.
Sure.
Oh yeah. Some of us are made up of. That it does affect how we date, and we do divulge or give so much up because some people have abandonment issues.
Yeah.
So they just want to tell you everything up front because they don't want to lose you, and they say it's just being honest. Cool, but there is a such thing as too much honesty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely is a such thing as
Yeah.
too much honesty.
Straight nigga
When
out.
you divulge so much at one time, you don't allow a person to process that. So you coming to me, you know, we it's our first date. We're out eating. We're talking about having a good time. You may bring up your exes. Okay, let me see if she hate niggas. Because if we're talking, I'm trying to see where your mind is.
Yes.
Is she a male bastard? You got a baby daddy? How you feel about your baby
I
daddy?
don't want
Fuck
you to
that
bring up,
nigga.
Hate
I
that
don't want you
nigga.
to bring up your exes on the first date, though.
We may get in that conversation. We might because
Nah, screw all that.
because
I wanna know.
I want to know.
I want to know.
I need to
Screw all
know.
that. I want to know.
I want you to feel comfortable enough to tell me, oh yeah, I bust the windows out that nigga car.
Boom.
Whoa,
Boom.
cool. Nigga,
Done
block.
Cool.
Done.
Thank you for indulging that.
Done.
The day gonna go smooth. You know, I had so much fun. You gonna call me? Yeah. You know I am.
you
You have a good
nice.
night.
I'm
Nigga,
not
I'm
calling.
out.
Yeah.
That's it.
calling.
Why you don't call me no more?
You crazy, bitch.
You did bust the windows out your ex car.
You bust my car.
Jasmine selling the damn soundtrack.
She did. You're not on me. You're not.
Yeah.
Cause we gonna have a problem. Look, I go to gun range every other day. We not having this problem. You're not gonna bust shit out of my car. So, you know, you want to hear those things because you need to know. So I'm gonna ask some questions. I'm gonna let you talk. We're gonna talk freely because I need to figure out what type of person you are. Are you a forgiving person? Are you holding grudges? Is your mind still stuck in your past relationship to where we can't move forward? Because I'm not finna heal you for some shit the other nigga done did.
Right.
That's not my job. You supposed to let that go.
Yeah.
If you still holding on to that baggage, we got an issue here. I've done that before. It's hard carrying somebody else's baggage.
Fixing a motherfucker.
Boy, come to me at least with some pieces together.
Yeah, something.
You know what I'm
Some
saying?
kind of.
I can give you new pieces. You know what I'm saying? We dating. If we go there, I'm gonna give you parts of me that's gonna make that whole.
I ain't
But I don't
fixing
need
shit.
you to bring this whole situation over into what we got going on because you feel like, well, if I don't tell him now, I'm gonna lose him. No.
You already lost
Sprinkle
me,
that shit on me. Sprinkle it. And depending
still-
on what you
you
say, I
still
may
losing.
stay. I may
But
stay.
Yeah,
You tell me you bust some windows down, I'm out.
Because at the same time, I don't want you hiding shit, and then after we done took the condoms off, now you want to take the mask off and Scooby Doo me and the real me. It's like no, don't do that either.
Holly Berry.
Yeah, it's like don't do that either. So I mean, it's I live in moderation, man. Everything is the medium.
In between being too honest and like not showing.
I'm saying sprinkle me, baby.
Yeah,
Sprinkle me,
like
baby.
ease that. And
It's
like it's progressions into that. Don't just rip the Band-Aid off like as soon as you.
it's not about
hey,
her
how you
not
doing?
being herself. It's just giving me her in pieces.
Yeah.
It's okay. Table that. Table that to a point where I'm telling you, hey, you know what, man? We'll get to a point eventually where if we're that close, if a man likes you, he's going to be vulnerable with you. So he's going to open up and tell you things that he feels like he can trust you to hold for him because he's having that moment of vulnerability. And at that time, that's your cue to say, you know what? Now that you mentioned that we all go through things, I'm in therapy right now because of X, Y, Z. And you have that conversation.
Therapy? And I leave, nigga.
So, and as a woman, at this point, when you do get to that point, it gives you an opportunity to see what type of man he really is because his response and his reaction on how he treats you when you say that, is he going to coddle you? Is he going to brush you off? Is he not going to pay attention? All that matters, and y'all should be paying attention to that.
Yes.
That matters.
Definitely.
That matters. But you have to get to that point, and then you got to say, you know what? This man likes me enough to be vulnerable with me and let me in on something that he probably ain't told nobody else.
And let me say this. I shit on therapy just because it ain't for me. This shit actually does work for some people. So I'm not telling you not to do it. I'm not telling you not to do it. I'm telling you find whatever works for you and do that shit. That's what I'm saying. But at the same time, don't come over here with that shit. Nigga.
But it does make dating hard. Because again, I just said I want a woman that's gonna be healed. But if this woman isn't willing to go to therapy or she's in the process of if you're in the process of healing, you really shouldn't be dating in the first place. Go on dates, you know what I'm saying, but don't put yourself out there to where you're now to a point where you want to be attached on to one man when you know you're not ready. You can't do that.
Well, I mean, it depends on. I guess it depends on the situation. Cause like I said before on a previous episode, as far as there's nothing wrong with being part of that person's healing process to help them actually, not really saying fix them, but you actually, because you can actually benefit from it too. Now it ain't just directly just that person being affected. Of course,
Shit.
this guy, but Japanese shit. Goddamn.
Here we go.
But
It's about to go down. Y'all.
It's not to where it's something that could be just shunned upon, where I'm just going distance myself from you. If it's something that, if I feel strongly about this woman to where I see I can be with her for the rest of my life, I don't mind going through that process with her. I'm the support system.
Yeah.
But it can still be beneficial for me 'cause I can learn some shit by even if I'm sitting in on the sessions or we just having an honest conversation about whatever she's going through, what she's feeling. It's some shit that I can learn to better for the relationship.
That's factual. You said something about sitting in on the sessions, and I think that when you get to that point, that's important because it's a level of trust.
Comfortable with it.
Yeah, it's a level of trust. It's definitely a different level of trust.
You also have to be able to trust them and yourself.
Yeah.
When you do that, because it's just because they trust you, you get in there. Then some real stuff starts opening up, coming out, and you're like, whoa.
Yeah, hold on.
Hold
I
up.
wasn't expecting this shit.
Girl, you say what?
Yeah, but then in that case,
That's a big torture.
that person still got to be still got to realize that you're human. Your reaction is not going to be how they may anticipate. You're not going to react. You're going to react how you're going to react.
Because you sit in on that session.
Yeah,
She
and
talking
you
about
gonna
having
find some other
nightmares
shit
and
and
having dreams about killing you. And
Yeah,
shit.
all that.
I'm
You expect me to
I got
just
like-
walk, get back in the car.
Kanye West said he had dreams about killing Kim and
He
shit.
did
It's
say
like,
that.
it's like, hey, you expect me to just sit here and be okay with that? No. It's so you have to be prepared on what you're going to hear because,
You say you got a nightmare about that.
yeah, it's like, hold on now.
I'm like, hold on.
So would you guys date a woman if know y'all married? So long time ago. These two niggas.
You single?
Yeah.
He's single, ladies.
Okay, don't care. We in this bitch. So
God.
it's coalition. So would you guys put yourself in a situation where you're dating a woman who you find out she suffers from depression?
Man, most women suffer from depression.
Yeah, nigga.
So pick and
Mo-
choose which one.
Most people go through a certain bouts of depression. It just depends on how severe it may be, how long they may be in that state, or it may take them a while to get back out of it. But if you're in your current depression and all that type of stuff, depends on how deep it may be. Like I said, I'm cool with being a friend that can still possibly help you out of it. But I don't know if I was in my single days, if I would want to
friend.
partake in that
Yeah.
that part initially. Like I said, if it develops to that, I won't be opposed to it. But if you that honest and you trust me with your feelings to be that honest about it and confide in me, I fuck with you.
Nah, I'm good. I'm done fixing motherfuckers. No, for real. It's like
Everybody need fixing though.
Yeah, but it ain't up to me to fix them motherfuckers.
This is true.
So
That's what I said. It
I'm
all
good.
depends on how I may feel about that particular woman.
But you said as a friend.
Oh, as a friend. If we all.
Whereas the question was about romantically.
Oh no. Like initially, like if that's like on day one, like it probably want to be on a serious level.
Yeah, no.
If it develops to that, then cool. But initially, no.
As far as,
I mean, you touched on it. You said a lot of women battle depression, and that's true. So a lot of the time, like, okay, consistency and communication is key, right? Mm-hmm. So a lot of people who are depressed, they fall back and they shut everything off until they get to a point where they want to communicate again. So if you're dealing with a woman and all of a sudden she just randomly falls back for 3 to 4 days and then she takes you out the blue, hey, like nothing happened.
You gotta address that.
You know what? I actually currently deal with that. In the past, I used to be like, dang, what's up? You're like, why you acting like
Why
this?
you acting like this?
And then I
Yeah.
learned, you know what? Sometimes people just need time. Because
That
I
too.
got to that point in my life. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't even want to talk to nobody. I didn't want to text nobody. You text me, I'm going to be upset. So, you know what I'm saying?
That nigga sound like
Leave me the fuck alone. I don't want to talk to nobody
So
right
I
now.
learned, you know, okay, take your 3 or 4
I got you.
days. You know what I mean? Take however long you need. Come back. We're going to have a conversation about what happened while you was gone.
But women
But
will
are
have an
they
issue where if you don't send some kind
I
of
don't
text
know.
message,
See,
phone call.
But I'm playing
I
the
ain't
same.
talked to you in a
I'm doing
week.
the same
You left
thing
me
you
on
doing.
red.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Oh.
I'm doing the same thing you doing, but I'm gonna communicate it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you know what? I got this, and this going on.
I need to
Blah blah
chill
blah
out.
blah blah. I'm gonna remove myself for a couple of days and
Yeah.
this and that. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna just up and disappear. And if I do, that's because I'm really mad. Then I'm gonna let you know somewhere in between, like, hey, I got this, and this going on, but I'm still gonna be distant.
I wish it was a female voice over here that'll tell us if that's acceptable from a woman's perspective. If we say, hey, you know what? I'm going through this, and I disappear for 4 days and come back.
The comment section is open.
They
Though.
ain't going for that shit.
They ain't going for that shit though.
Wait,
I
mean,
ain't
it kind
talked
of
to you in
depends.
2 weeks.
No,
Yo,
no, no.
inconsistent.
See, but now
ass.
you not
But you're talking,
interested.
but you're
She might
talking
keep
about
it
an
PC.
insecure
She might
woman.
keep it
You know what I
PC
mean?
for the
that
sake
means
of the live,
that means
but
that
no,
woman
they
is
ain't going for that
extremely
shit.
insecure. You know,
They ain't
she
going
might
for
have
that shit.
abandonment issues, so therefore
Facts.
she's gonna trip like that.
A
Now,
lot
if
of
you're dealing
women
with a
have
woman,
abandonment issues.
They all have abandonment issues.
not all of them,
Not all of them,
but
but a
some
lot
of
of
them.
them
You know what I'm saying? And if you're dealing with a woman that doesn't have abandonment issues, she's like, all right, take your time.
It's a gift from God, boy.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's true.
She a gift from God. She come to you like, baby, take all the time you need. I'm gonna be here.
God, say God and Santa got together with that one, nigga. Say,
But hey,
What
there are
Who
some of
sent you?
those.
Where
there
they,
are some of those
Where they
women,
make
you know
you
what I
at?
mean?
Because that shit it ain't real life.
But it's usually a woman that's already been through some shit. You know, she's already been
Even if
here
she
and
been
there.
through some
She's
shit,
been
she
through
still
it.
ain't gonna be cool with-
She healed. She knew what. She already knows what it's like.
If
She's
y'all
like, I got
dating
you.
for, if y'all like, not even on the serious level, but if y'all been messing with each other for like some months or whatever, and you go ghost for 3 or 4 days,
Ooh
you
wee.
ain't gonna be cool with that shit.
I mean, if you didn't
Even
tell
if-
her, yeah.
Go text that other bitch.
hey, yeah.
All that.
But like I
That's what
said,
it's gonna
insecure. She's
All
still
that.
insecure.
3 or 4 days
You know what
not
I mean?
hearing from
Because
somebody.
if she doesn't feel like
If
she
he's in the
trusts you,
free
of
where
course
he
she gonna
not
act
in
like that.
jail, yeah, I ain't going for that shit.
Yeah.
Nah, if a woman trusts you, she gonna let you go. Not like leave, but like she gonna let you have your time.
Let you breathe. Let you breathe.
If she trusts you,
But a woman's trust,
it's tough.
yeah,
It's very tough.
It's,
It's hard to gain.
It's,
It
it's
takes
like
some
this.
years.
It's thin.
Fragile,
It
bro.
takes some time. You know what I'm saying?
Fragile in the mother.
Then you go to the restroom. Why you take your phone to the restroom with you?
So
I
then,
was watching
okay.
ESPN.
Okay, so look, next time, you know what? I apologize.
watch
You
Lakers
know what?
game
Next
and
time
shit?
I'll leave my phone here. Let her know. You know what I'm saying? Build that up. So
I ain't doing
so
all
that
that.
way next time I see.
Yeah, I ain't
But
doing
I'm
all
saying-
that. You ain't gonna bark at me about some little shit and
I
then
want
me
to
have me
take my
no,
No,
phone up
look.
and catch the damn
Look,
updates
the
on
married
ESPN
niggas like,
game.
nigga, fuck
Every
that.
few times you're like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna leave my phone here.
You just
I'm gonna
gonna
leave
be
my
mad.
phone
You
here.
just gonna be mad.
After a couple times, you're like, hey, I'm gonna take my phone.
You
Okay.
just gonna be
I gotta
mad.
tell you, I'm gonna take my phone.
No,
Nah,
no.
nigga, fuck
Nah,
that.
you
This
just
man-
gonna
Because
be
what,
mad.
what happens is you build
don't-
that
no,
trust.
No.
You start to build that trust with
You
her.
about to be mad.
Yeah.
Nah, Z.
And that's it. You about to be
when
mad.
you start problems with the relationship.
It's a give
you know what I
take.
mean?
Yeah.
It's a give take.
No. You giving it to the control issue that women want to control everything.
Not
That's what
always.
you get.
No, that's
Not
what,
always.
in
That right
that
there, that-
scenario, You are.
Yes.
You're building that trust with her.
No. They controlling your ass.
Because I've dealt with that 100 times over and over.
Stop with the bullshit.
That is
Stop with the
building,
bullshit.
you're building trust. I learned that from losing trust.
You
I was
giving
like,
too much power. At the same time, bro, you still need to be able to be a man, nigga, and navigate the world, nigga. And if the world is navigated through your phone, you need to be able to move your phone wherever the fuck you going. And ain't nothing wrong with that.
Look,
and if she worried about your phone, she ain't worried about your dick.
hold up now.
You saying you watching
Look.
too hard on what's going on over here. You ain't worried about your responsibility.
I've watched men who are like, hey, you're not going to tell me what I'm going to do with my life.
And they lose.
And yeah, they lose every single time.
Says
And
the
I've watched
single niggas.
and I've watched men that go, you know what? I'm gonna first earn your trust, and then once I have your trust, we can build together easier.
No, because if
It's easier for us to build once I have your trust.
he ain't mad.
No,
No, fuck all that.
Fuck all that, bro.
Fuck what he talking
Delete
about.
all that shit.
But then again, I
all
don't deal
that.
with women that are gonna be 100% insecure. Like if she like, oh, you this, I'm like, look, you know what? Take your time because I ain't got time for
That's
it.
what I'm saying.
That's what you're supposed to do in the beginning. That's
the beginning.
Nah,
You know what
nigga,
I mean?
nah, that's
In
period,
the
bro.
relationship too.
Yeah.
So
My phone ain't an issue.
there have been times where I've been out on dates, right? And when I have a pet peeve. If we out on a date and you on your phone, that's gonna be our last date.
Oh yeah.
So as a common courtesy, when we sit down at this table, my phone is like this. And I'm talking, I'm engaged with you.
Face down.
Face down.
See, I was about
They
to say
have
that.
a problem with that.
Yeah.
I've been asked, oh, so you have other people calling you or texting you that you got to turn your...
Yeah.
No, I'm
Yeah.
giving you the common respect so you can have all my attention.
No, but I
I
do
got
have other
bitches,
people
and I
calling
don't
and
want them
texting.
disturbing me while I'm talking to
If
you.
I'm single, I
see the
have
shit?
other people calling and texting, most definitely.
See, I don't know.
But I'm just not entertaining. Like I can put my phone on silent, and I don't want to. If that's an issue for it to be turned down, I just put it in my pocket.
Because you might be the person that make me not single.
Listen,
See, but look.
motherfucker asked me that one time. I told her I got bitches, but I'm trying to tend to you right now.
See,
And
that's-
I'm not worried about what's going on my phone.
But again, if
Nothing
you
wrong with that. That's
remember,
honesty.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
you're dealing with a lot of
She
but when
showed
you-
some enthusiasm.
Most definitely.
But like if you know ahead of time, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? She gonna be tripping over this. Just
Oh, that's the last date.
Yeah, I ain't
No.
gonna
Ain't
I
gonna
ain't
be
like,
no,
hey,
ain't gonna be no
just-
second one.
here go my phone.
It won't be a
Don't
second
even
one.
worry about it, cause I'm not worried about it.
Because-
Let that whole ring.
Because you
Cool.
can't, because
You know what I
you have to pick your battles. If women are consistently complaining about not getting someone's attention or, oh, my ex paid more attention to social media than he did for me, you got somebody in front of you that's giving you that attention, and the first thing you do is complain about how they're giving it to you, that's a red flag for me.
But you see,
You gotta
think
pick your
about it.
battles.
But see, think
But
about
I
it is, a
expect the same
motherfucker that's
in
looking
return.
for an issue gonna
That
find
part.
the issue. A motherfucker that's looking for an issue is gonna find the issue.
No, that's true. That is very much true.
It's like, nigga, your phone could be in your pocket, but it's vibrating a lot. It's gonna be an issue.
You know one thing I hate? I hate when women, when you're talking to a woman and they get to know me and they say, well, what's wrong with you? What? Well, you just seem like this nice guy. You got your shit together, blah, 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 blah. What's wrong? Why are you asking me that? Why does something got to be wrong? People date, relationships end.
This I got 9
Shit don't
toes.
work
That's
out.
I
what's
definitely
wrong
would
with
have
me.
told her that right there.
Like,
That question right
Like-
there
like
is
people-
what's wrong with me.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
too many people ask me that question and I
I
get
hate
rid
that.
of them because they trying to find what's wrong with me and not what's good with me.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I like this nigga.
All right, young Moody. Yeah, young Moody. Yeah.
I like this nigga, man.
I've been through some
He
stuff.
been here
Yeah,
before.
man.
He been here
I'm
before.
telling you.
He been here before.
Had to maneuver, man. Listen.
It's your third time around.
When they take the furniture out the house, you move differently.
Yeah.
Now,
Literally.
About the phone stuff, you lost me on the phone stuff. Like, nah.
Well, see, that's because I grew up around a lot of women, and I know how women are very insecure, and they're very like, oh, they're looking for these things. They talk about it with each other. Like, did he did this and this? Yeah, he did. All right, so I'm ahead of the game. I'm like, here's my phone. That's there, but we're here. If that rings, I'm leaving it alone unless it's business.
But I see what you're saying.
Go ahead.
But at the same time, if you're dealing with me, my phone is not gonna be an issue in this relationship. It ain't gonna be something
Yeah.
you gonna dictate It ain't gonna be something that you gonna wag your head at. No,
No,
we're not
exactly.
dealing with that.
Exactly.
So I'm setting that expectation early that my phone is not gonna be an issue. And if you got an issue with it, you ain't gonna be dealing with it.
See, but okay, so I'm a businessman, right? I have my business. People call me for business.
Oh, well, most definitely.
So I have my phone face up. Oh, that's not business. I'm not gonna answer it. Oh, this is business. Hey, hold up. I gotta handle this. Hold on.
That'd be the other part, though.
Then I call. But once it comes the other way around, I'm like, hey, you know, I gave you my respect so you could trust me. I expect
I'm
the
not
same
going
in
to ask
return.
for it.
I ain't asking for shit.
I'm not going to. I want to see you in your natural habitat.
No, of course. I'm gonna observe.
And that be the thing, because like.
But it's once the arguments start, like, oh, this and that. Whoa, hold on. I gave you that trust.
It shouldn't even be an argument.
You need to chill.
It shouldn't even be an argument, because like you giving them the power to control everything by just tripping on this small shit about a phone.
Yeah.
Like a woman wants
Yeah.
You sit over there, okay, it's cool. But no, women want to actually control what they can control.
Yeah.
So if you allow them to control that small shit, they're gonna even when you in a relationship with that person, you can't even sit there with your phone open.
Well, you kind of.
You built the trust. The trust is there because you left the phone up. But 2 years into it, you can't have your phone up because they're gonna be thinking some other bitch is calling you.
You got kids,
No,
bro?
because they're gonna always, no.
You got kids? With
Coalition.
These two motherfuckers.
It's okay.
With kids, okay? All throughout the first 3-4 years of their life, they testing boundaries. That's all they doing, is testing boundaries. What can I get away with? What can't I get away with? Oh wait, I got a little further with that one, so let me test this shit a little bit more. Not comparing kids to women, but we are all humans.
We're all
that's what
kids.
the fuck we do.
We're all just big kids.
So in a date, that's what the fuck they doing, bro. In a relationship, that's what we doing. We testing boundaries, and that's what we doing. And if that's gonna be a firm, and that would apparently be a firm boundary for us, but it wouldn't be for you.
Hey, man, this man
But
in
with
this
me,
chat,
we ain't doing that. Fuck that.
he's speaking that truth.
What he got?
Mr. Franklin said one day is the phone, the next day is the PlayStation, the next week is what you wearing.
Testing boundaries.
You give a woman an inch, she gonna take 10 miles.
Try to control everything. To try to
Nigga,
control
that's a stride,
everything.
That's a
Facts.
stride.
Facts. Appreciate that. Appreciate that,
Hey,
Mr. Franklin. Appreciate that.
But I mean, it's so.
Great voice.
So for me, I wanna be able to observe you. I'm a very observant person, so I'm paying attention to everything you got going on. I'm not gonna lie. If your phone rings and you answer it, I'm gonna listen to how she talking to this person.
Who is it?
Yeah.
Who is it and how you talking to
You
him?
sure didn't rush him
Oh,
off the phone.
she might have a cold conversation.
Yeah,
But
she
you
tell
could always
her
tell
homegirl
Cole.
she all right.
No, because she might have a
Nah,
cold.
not
She
that.
might be talking.
No,
You
might
know the
always tell
difference.
Cole.
You might be thinking she's talking to a homegirl.
No, I'm not in the right
I
now.
know.
Okay.
But
I'm
it's,
gonna hit you with
it's
another
all
quick-
in the tone of voice. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
You
women,
know.
Women they have a tone of voice that when it's somebody that they like or it's somebody else that they messing with, it's gonna show. Even if they're trying to hide
Exactly.
it, it's gonna show. It might be that one little that kind of
This
the
is-
spike in the voice or the little giggle.
The little giggle,
something.
I'ma hit
It's
you
always gonna
now.
be something that gives it away that you're gonna go.
It's
That's
a
it.
false
You-
misconception that
now you playing me.
if you answer your phone around somebody, it gives you the perception that you have nothing to hide. Bullshit.
Yeah.
But I wasn't born yesterday.
Yes.
I played the game. I wrote the rules. I done remixed it. I done slam dunked it, alley-ooped it. I done did it all. So whatever you think you getting away with, I'm just sitting back like, oh, okay.
Observing.
Alley-oop that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Motherfucker right up by the rim.
And it's one of those things
You gotta do
again.
a donkey, nigga.
Just be straight up.
Yeah.
Be honest. Hey, you know what? Listen, I'm dating. You're dating.
If you got hoes,
So
you
there
got
are
hoes.
people that I date that are gonna call me. They're gonna text me. But my time is with you. We both single. I don't know what I want to do right now. You may be the one. Why can't they?
Why
They
can't say
can.
what? She
Why
got
can't
hoes?
Assume.
Why not?
A woman can come and say, yeah, I've been talking to some guys, I'm single, but I
They can.
That's cool.
I met my wife. I met my wife.
Why
It
can't
was
they
like
have
that.
it?
Listen, this is how I operate with
It
that
was like
situation.
that. It was just like I wouldn't worry about the competition. I know me.
exactly.
And I know eventually they gonna fall off, and I'm not.
Exactly. It's like, listen, you here with me? This is me and you time. Now, if another person comes and disrupt me and you, then they can keep you. But me and you is right here, right now.
What's going on, bitch?
This is me and
Sound
you.
familiar, don't it?
Oh my God.
Sound familiar, don't it?
It happens just like just like men can like be honest about like I'm single, I'm dating other people. Women do it too.
Say, I feel you,
It's up to that. It's up to that guy if he wants to actually stick
Long
around
hair
and see
don't
what
care
comes out.
coalition.
Long hair shit.
So, but the thing is, the honesty part is everything. A woman can say that because you don't need to be leading me on like, oh, you the one that I want.
Yeah.
Because at some point, if I feel like that, and I'm really feeling you, I'm gonna start tailoring back on my hoes.
And that's
I don't talk to this person that much because I'm putting my energy into you. I
Exactly.
cut this person out because my energy's into you. And then when we get to a point where I say, you know what, I'm finna cut this last person off, it's gonna be you. Then all of a sudden it comes out, oh shit, you at your kitchen with this nigga. Who's Tyrone? Oh, well, I thought we were dating. Bet.
Gotcha.
So now you just went from being in the front of the line,
to the back of the line.
you on the outskirts.
Then the roster open back up.
But what we gonna have
We having tryouts.
in
on
auditions?
We having tryouts on Thursday.
Yep. It goes just like that.
Try
Wear your
out.
Jordans and your hoop shorts. Because I'm going to be wearing my hoop shorts and slide.
Don't
and
wear your hoop shorts. Don't wear your hoop shorts at all.
And that fucks with a lot of women, especially when they're dating. It's hard for women to date. I understand that. But it fucks with a lot of women because they forget the fact that they outnumber us. So for me to go find another version of you is a lot easier than you going to find another version of me.
You did.
Yeah, that's,
I
that's,
promise
that's
you.
true.
Yeah.
So
I think it's like 5-1 in
Yeah.
Dallas Fort Worth.
Alone.
It's like 5-1.
Alone, and if
Go
I
to
go to
Atlanta,
Atlanta,
like 16 to 1.
it's a wrap.
See, the thing is, men will shoot more. Men will always be there for women. So she's got a plethora of options, but the best aren't always going to be
Think
there.
she got a plethora of
No, she got a plethora. There's 100 niggas in her phone right now, either sending her dick pics or text messages like, hey, and every day it's a new nigga. Like, hey, I found you on, IG. I'm
Hey, beautiful.
blah, 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 blah. You know what
All
I'm saying?
right.
Hey,
They
queen.
always shooting. So she just picking which one she want, which one's, gonna make the choice. But the best
Food
ones
day.
are either gonna stay, and if she does them wrong,
Work
they're
day.
gone. You ain't gonna find them again.
Fact.
You know what I mean? You
Fact.
can always find a bunch of women because a lot of women are the same.
Fact. Ooh.
They follow each other. You know what I'm saying? They stick in cliques. They act the same. So it's easier to find.
Nigga say he hitting it from
It's
50
easier to
yards,
find
nigga.
more of the
Ah.
same women. So when dating, I have to decipher like, all right, you look like her, you act like her, you're like that, y'all are like this is y'all's category, boom, boom, boom. You stand out, you're different. So now I'm like, let me see what you about.
And lay
then
that
I
shit
go
out
here.
on the table. You're going to save yourself a headache laying that shit out on the table so we know where we both stand. So I know, hey, you know what? Hey, you've been over here every day this week. Where your other hoes at? You know when somebody's cutting off their other females or their other niggas. Like, we know. You sense this. I'm up under this nigga. I've been over there for a week straight. His phone didn't go off not one time. And when it did, it was his mama. You know when you getting chose. But put yourself in that situation because, like I said, if we find out differently as men, we about to move differently.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We about to move differently. We gonna rock differently. You're gonna be like, damn, I ain't seen you in 3 days. Yeah, I've been a little busy. I had to work. You know what
Nah,
I'm talking
screw
about?
all that. I ain't
But you was
making
out
no
with your
excuses.
homeboys.
I'm gonna tell you straight up. Ain't no excuses. Look, I learned young. Fuck the excuses.
Just tell them what it is.
Listen,
Biz, give me another mic.
you got hoes. Do your
That
thing.
motherfucker keep coming out.
Oh, for real?
I'm gonna switch sides.
I just be like, look,
God.
I got time.
Who's? I mean, but think about it though. Would you rather a man lie to you and keep whatever it is he doing in the background, or would you want him to tell him like, listen, I'm dating. I don't know if you're gonna be the one.
I got hoes.
What I always say,
and bitches.
women are like ice cream. And unless I start tasting different flavors, I don't know which flavor of ice cream I like the best. I have to go find out. You giving me vanilla all day. What about this little chocolate over here? What about this Neapolitan?
Chocolate.
Oh,
What about
shit.
the
swirl? Yeah, what about the swirl?
They got Rocky Road. Oh, shit, cookies and cream.
They got cookie
Uncle
two-step
Bird,
over
you
there?
bug.
Don't know unless you start tasting around, and that's just
Listen,
what it is.
I motivate the women that I talk to keep, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, if you got niggas, keep fucking with them. You know what I mean? Keep talking to them, keep doing your thing. Like I said, when it's my time, it's my time. They cannot come in between my time. And eventually, when I let you know, okay, I want to move forward, and this is what I'm planning to do, if you say, okay, I agree to move forward, then I'm expecting the same thing from you. And then that's what's gonna happen.
So what happens when a woman is coming on strong thinking she's the only one, she's super into you?
She shoulda
You have
asked.
a dozen options. Just to wait when you're ready?
Oh, that should
She should have established that from the beginning.
Well, that should have been
Say how
communicated
she
in the
feel.
beginning.
Like, hey, I ain't got no hoes, and I
So
really
America
just
should
want
have
to
just
talk like
asked.
this.
She
The
just
male,
asked what happens if a woman likes you and she start coming on strongly, but she feels like she's the only woman.
but like he hasn't like identified or like said that this is what we're going to in a relationship. Like that should have been communicated from jump. Like if I'm single, I'm dating.
I don't give a fuck
No
what she
matter
want to hear.
it's what you need to
It's what
hear.
you need
It's
to,
what
right?
you need to
You
hear.
need to know
I don't give a
this.
fuck what she want.
Because you're going to be wasting your time.
It's what you
When
need to
did
hear.
honesty become taboo?
Exactly.
Ooh,
Like that's the problem.
good question.
No one is
it's
being
what you need to hear, though.
honest.
It's not what you want to hear.
It's what you need to hear.
You can make
So
a
you
decision
know.
from that point if you want to move forward with that person or if you want to move around and not entertain.
And yes, you should wait for that man to be ready for you. You should. Because if you feel that strongly about that person and you feel like that person's the one, you don't want him to start dating him exclusively and he ain't let go of everything else that's back there. So yeah, you should wait until he say, I'm ready to move forward with you. This is what I want to be. This is what I want to do. Otherwise, you're going to get in a situation where he still want to go play. But because you felt like strong enough to say, I want to be with you, he said, well, I don't want to lose her right now, so I guess I'll do this. But he's still living that other lifestyle.
But also, watch out for a man that tells you you can't do it, and he's still doing it. Okay, because even women, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was
Women will
about
do
to
the
say,
same thing.
watch out for a
You just
woman
gotta
that
watch
do
out
this,
for
yeah.
people that say, hey, listen, I'm going to do it, but if you do it, it's a problem. So
I
let that
love
person
you.
go immediately.
I make love to you, but I fuck other bitches from time to time. That's the truth.
Jody.
That's some honesty for your
Looking
ass.
Jody.
I lie to you because I care about your feelings. I'm out here telling these hoes the truth.
You fuck bitch. Did you fuck bitch?
Nah, I ain't fuck her. I fucked all them other hoes, but I ain't fuck her.
Jody ass.
I mean, but that's what you get out of it. I mean, you listen. Not being in the know and finding out later on is worse than finding out up front because
True.
at least you know what you're getting into. You know,
If you want to get
the
into
worst
it.
feeling a person can have is if I feel like I'm talking to you exclusively and all of a sudden I'm at home thinking about you like, yeah, you know, my baby, man, I'm in so woo-to-woo. And then my partner send me a picture like, hey, this your girl? And you out with another nigga hugged up.
Yeah.
We got a problem now.
She out with a big linebacker nigga that's
You know what I'm
jumping out the
saying?
goddamn bed. And
Like, oh, what the fuck is this?
God damn.
Who the fuck is this nigga?
Yeah.
So
All that shit.
it's the same courtesy as a woman. Ain't nothing more embarrassing than you saying, oh, girl, this man right here is amazing. He does this, he does that. Is this your nigga? And then I'm hugged up with maybe one of her homegirls or something.
Damn,
You know what I'm
you
saying?
close.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, everybody know, DFW, everybody know each other some way, somehow.
That is
And shit just be leaking. You know what I'm saying? That's why everybody be getting caught trying to cheat and all this other shit. But that happens, now you feel it's a different type of pain. You hurt, you embarrassed, you done bragged about this man. It brings on a totally different emotion.
Yeah.
Totally different emotion. Whereas you could have had that conversation up front to where you're not embarrassed. You're like, oh, he doing what he doing. I'm not going to brag on nobody that ain't mine. So I'm going to hold off. I feel this way about him. You may say you're hungry. I like him strong, but I want to see what he going to do. And that's okay versus I like this nigga. He going to be the one. I feel it in my soul. We are soulmates. We are equally yoked. And then he out with this girl. Big booty Tammy.
Tammy do got a big booty.
And she like steak. So we at Ruth Chris, and she taking pictures, stupid pictures of the steak, me, the food, the ambiance, the lobster mac and cheese. She want to get all that shit on camera and post on Facebook. And she be hitting her for $20.
Yeah. It's worth it though.
For some
I
fucking
spent
mac and
20
cheese.
I spent 20 on it, nigga.
Nah.
That shit good in the motherfucker.
One thing I am looking at when I am dealing with women like that is how much time are you investing, you know what I mean, especially in what we got. How much time are you trying to invest? If you're like, hey, come over, let's chill, we just chilling at the house, but you like trying to spend like real time with other niggas, I'm like, well, shit, what the hell you trying to do with me? You know what I mean? We just wasting time now.
You a side nigga.
Like, exactly, so
side
I'm gonna leave. I'm by, like, you know what I
Just
mean?
bang and get out of there. Shit.
Nah,
Bang
that's,
and go.
that's still wasting my time. It's too much, because
Nah,
I could,
it's okay to have
because
a
I could be
maintenance
messing
guy.
with somebody else.
This shit again.
I like to take,
Go on and tell her.
Yeah, I remember that.
Go on and tell
It's
her.
okay to have a maintenance nut.
Yeah.
Nigga, from time to time, just get one.
Sometimes you got to play your
Sometimes it's
role in
okay,
them
man.
situations.
It's okay to skeet and beat.
It's like a car. When you
I'ma
need,
skeet
when
it
the
and
car
beat
need
it,
to tune up, you going to get the maintenance.
Yeah, just get the maintenance nut from time to time.
Everybody
but I already
plays-
got those people established, you know what I
Okay,
mean?
well, cool
So
then.
that's different.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, she
Everybody
could
plays
be
a
in
side
that
person
roster.
when
Once
they
I already
want
got that established, it's like, all right.
She can be in the G League.
If I'm talking to
she ain't in
somebody,
the NBA, she in the G League, bro.
but that goes back to I'm first learning you before we start dating.
Yeah.
Once we start dating, now it's past all that other stuff. It's past that. It's okay. I'm looking for a future. Me,
See,
right?
that's the
Me.
thing. I guess that's the thing about me and dating. I've never dated. It's like, just like you said earlier, like taking motherfuckers out and shit. I don't do that. If I don't already know what your purpose will be, if I haven't already decided, I'm not gonna deal with you.
Exactly.
I've already known you. We've already we pulled up at Royal Lane Studios at the fashion show and all this type of shit. It's like we know each other, and I know where I'm going to put you in my life.
Oh yeah.
And it's up to you to accept that position. If I think, okay, I'm gonna move forward with you, we gonna move towards marriage.
Cause she
that's
got
okay.
white written all over.
Yeah. If I decide, you know what, we're gonna lay on our back a few times and then we're gonna have to just move on, then that's what it's gonna be.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't do the fucking dating shit.
So let me ask y'all
to
this.
figure
But
you out.
my thing is, I only date.
Plus, I eat expensive ass meals.
You know
and I ain't
what?
finna
Okay,
be doing
let
that
me
shit
let's
with
On a
let's start
regular,
that
nah.
again. Like I'm gonna run that back because what you just said. I'm not dating to figure you out. I'm gonna be your friend to figure you out. Once I start dating,
That means
now I'm
I
trying
know.
to build.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's what dating should be and used to be, but it's not anymore.
What did I say?
It's like
It's
I'm trying
rules to
figure
this
out-
shit.
No.
Women
If you're
is
trying to date me,
Courtship.
we're building something.
Dating,
That's like foundation.
engagement, marriage,
courtship, nigga.
courtship,
1630s, nigga.
courtship. It's important.
Courtship is I'm getting to know you.
It's important.
That's it.
Why would you want a nigga that ain't gonna pursue you to see what you about?
Because I've already figured out what I want from her. I ain't pursuing, I'm laying on my back.
Fuck
She
you,
gonna
nigga.
lay on her back, nigga. Sometimes we do it standing up, nigga. Shit.
When you court somebody, you know if they're about shit or not. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know what it is. The first when we go out and let's say we have a conversation, right? All you talk about is your nothing ass baby daddy and sex. That's all you talk about the whole day.
That's
so
gonna be your position.
every time we have a conversation, somehow this conversation turns sexual. What position are you signing up for?
She gonna be sexual.
And that's just what
She
it is.
ain't gonna be baby
but
daddy.
but
Friends
that's
with
why
benefits.
courtship is important. Now, if you coming to me and
Yeah.
we have conversations, you talking about how you want to build, you got business plans, your ambitions, your faith. What type of family you want? You want children? It's a different story. Now I know. Hey, you know what? She talking about something serious. So now my conversations with her is different than how I treat little sex buddy over there.
But then you get in a relationship and she talking about all this good shit and then she pull out that Scooby Doo mask y'all mentioned earlier. Goddamn facade your ass.
Ain't nothing wrong with breaking up.
Yeah.
Ain't
wrong
nothing
with it.
wrong.
Ain't nothing wrong with breaking up. When we get to that point and you do that and you show me that you're not who your representative was,
Lying ass
cool.
bitch.
Here's the biggest thing.
Cool.
Here's the biggest thing that kills a relationship: consistency.
Man.
People are
Japanese
not
whiskey. I want some of
consistent.
that shit,
No, they
man.
not.
No one is consistent. People are,
I ain't
oh, I'm
done
going to
yet.
show
I
you
ain't
who I
done
want
yet.
you to admire at the beginning, and then once like I got you, it's like, all right, I'm gonna lay back because I ain't gotta keep doing it. I already got you. You know what I mean?
That's complacent.
Let me tell you something.
I'm-
I'm more afraid of saying hello than I am saying goodbye.
Me too.
And that's just what it is.
Me too.
Shit.
That's just what it is. I mean, and
I'm
it's,
not afraid to say either.
I ain't say either.
I'm not afraid. This is about
I
equal.
mean, yeah,
Well,
but-
what's
in general, what I'm saying is I don't have no issues with saying this. Okay,
Goodbye.
this is what it was. I'm
like,
done.
fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah, not maybe it depends.
For me,
That's what it is. Like pretty much was
Yeah,
saying, not
you
to be
could
that
have a nigga
harsh.
apartment then.
Not to be that harsh, but you pretty much still saying fuck you.
you could have a nigga apartment then it's fuck you.
Nah, I'm about to call my girl cousins on your ass.
You call the best friend to
You
come
clear,
laugh
hey,
at
you
his
clear my
ass.
apartment out, yeah. It's gonna be some smoke in the city.
Nigga came through laughing and shit.
Fuck you mean?
Tell that story.
And I'm sitting out there with smoking a cigar, watching the shit.
Let me ask y'all something though. We're gonna segue this in the last segment of the show.
Okay.
Do y'all feel like that the psyche of a black man when it comes to relationships and dating has a large effect on black men wanting to date multiple women and not wanting to settle down?
say that one more time.
So-
yeah, break
That's a
that down. Break
complex
that
question.
down. Yeah, break
so
that down.
basically, do you guys feel like our upbringing, our past relationships, us seeing relationships from our parents, us not being able to see or have successful relationships had an impact on black men wanting to date multiple women and not wanting to settle down?
Yes, I would say.
Yeah.
Growing up as a black man, you know, if you didn't see your parents together, happy, loving each other, all the women that you dealt with were, you know, on some other stuff. It's harder for you to have a relationship. You're gonna want to have multiple women because now you're really weighing your options more.
Yeah.
It's like okay, if 3 out of 100 women are faithful, well shit, I'm gonna have to go about 300 women before
I get to that one.
I even get to the one or the 4 that are like good enough to stay.
Yeah.
You know, because even out of the 3, there's still something going on.
Yeah. Yeah. It be some crazy shit, and it's like, you know, black men and women both, we go through shit, right?
Yeah.
And we see red flags, and when we see those red flags, you know, it triggers things, you know. Of course, those are unresolved issues. A lot of people don't feel like relationships have a big impact on their mental psyche, so it goes back to therapy. They don't want to go to therapy for relationship shit. They feel like getting a relationship and saying, fuck you, I'm going to go fuck 12 bitches and I'm going to be good. Women feel like I done moved on, I done saged my house, I've been kicking it with my homegirls, we taking trips, this is how I'm getting therapy. But you still haven't dealt with those unresolved issues from those relationships. Yeah. So now if you hook up with somebody else and you may start seeing flashes or signs from what he was doing, boom, I'm automatically going to dismiss this nigga. And then it's a continued pattern until you finally get to the point where you're saying, niggas ain't shit. So now everybody is grouped in one category. And you may meet a good guy, and let's say, for example, your ex, every time midnight come around, his phone was buzzing, and it was his side bitch, and you knew that was his side bitch. So one night, you kicking it with your new boo, midnight come around, his phone ring. Now you thinking he cheating on you because that's what your ex did. So you never did get opportunity to get that closure, because closure is fucking important.
It's key.
You didn't get that closure with him. You said, fuck you, I'm not going to communicate with you no more, I'm done. You never got that closure. So now that door is still open, but now you've opened it with this nigga who ain't got shit to do with your past relationship. So when shit was going good,
But he got to clean up the mess.
but he don't even know it's a mess he needs to clean up.
Right.
And then also what I notice is a lot of people, they don't communicate. Like talking about your past relationships, I feel like that's an important conversation.
It is.
As long as it's not coming up all the time. If you could sit down and have maybe 2 or 3 conversations about it, because I want to know, you know, what ended your relationships?
Well,
What happened?
It ain't got to be. It can be. It doesn't have to be just 2 or 3. It's how it's presented.
Yeah.
If
It can
you
just be over
constantly talking shit about this man and the shit that he do, instead of telling me
What
what he did wrong, what happened, and what I can do to make sure that we don't go through this continuously.
Yeah.
That's productive.
That's facts.
It has to be a productive ass conversation. You ain't gonna be talking to me for
About this nigga.
yeah, about this nigga constant. And then Tyrone used to do, man, I don't give a fuck about no goddamn Tyrone.
I tell women, do I look like Tyrone?
Tyrone,
Am I Tyrone?
But I think like the biggest issue is like just people like we've been talking about the whole time, like just being open and
Honest.
trustworthy as far as like if you can trust that person with your feelings. A lot of people just scared to take chances in dating, no matter how it may
Facts.
look.
yes,
They're scared to
that
take
is
chances in dating,
motherfucking
no matter how it looks. And I tell people all the time, like if you want what you want, you got to take chances in dating. You ain't gonna get shit by just sitting back and not doing anything. But
Or they date safe. They just be looking for the rich nigga that's gonna take them to fucking
but if they ain't what you really
expensive
want, you
ass
got to
meals,
take chances in
or
dating to
just
get
be
there.
looking for bad bitches that's ready to fuck. It's like, nigga,
But
it's a whole lot more to it.
But you got to get out of the whole mindset as far as like I'm only looking for this particular person. Like this is my preference, because your preference or the person that's right for you may not come in the package that you want that you expect.
Not at first.
Your preference
You know
may
what
be
I mean?
toxic.
It might be built that way.
Ooh,
And you keep attracting the same kind, and you wonder why you get the
'Cause you
same
keep
kind of
looking for
results.
you like that toxic
You
shit.
keep looking for
You
it.
keep getting the same kind of results because this is what you're looking for. This
know
and
what?
that. But
There's
you
one
don't want
thing
to
I
take no
say.
damn chances in dating.
I always say everything you try to avoid is the one thing you're gonna end up getting, because you're so focused on getting away from it, you end up seeing it, and you're like, oh yeah, okay, maybe that's not it. Boom, and that's it.
That's what the fuck
And you know what's crazy? I do feel like that, again, it goes back to just being honest. A good tool of therapy is self-reflection. I'm big on self-reflection.
Accountability.
And accountability.
Self-accountability.
You have to be able to look at your past relationship. Yeah, he cheated, right? But what led up to those events? What did I do that led up to her or him cheating on me? Right?
What did he tell you? What did he tell you?
It was were the signs
That you were
there?
too prideful to like,
Was
I'm
I
not doing that
Was
shit.
I neglecting him?
All right.
Were we not having sex? Was I not doing this? Did he tell me something was wrong and I ignored it?
That's so true, because I was a victim all the way up until I went to divorce care and realized I had to take accountability in my, part of the divorce.
See,
So then,
it was all him. It was all him.
It was all him.
telling my story.
It
Yeah.
was him. He did this.
Oh,
he did
yeah.
that.
You know
That's
what's
how it be.
crazy?
That's how women is, though.
For anyone I mentioned,
The craziest thing.
OCBF, and I went into divorce care. I was like, wait a minute.
Tony Evans.
Yes. Wait, I had a partner.
Yeah, you did.
Yes, and that was so healing, and that's why I have a daughter. We have a daughter together, so that's why I'm able to say, "Hey, how are you? Yes, she's doing good, and we don't have no problems because I realized I wasn't a victim. I had
Get this
some
damn
part
girl a mic.
Yeah.
I had some part in it, and it helped me.
And that's the part of it. Once you do that self-reflection, it helps you understand who you are. And if you do get back in that situation, you know, oh shit, I'm doing it again. Let me dial it back a little bit. And that's okay to do that. It's okay to say, hey, you know what? I fucked up by doing this, this, and this. I'm not gonna repeat the same pattern
I
again.
think
Yeah, I'm
people
working
just
on that,
just
but
need to understand that when we in a relationship, it's two of us in this motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
It takes
And
two.
both of us are just bouncing off of each other. It's like you do something, I do something. You do something, I do something.
But I mean, you also have to, you know what I'm saying? One of y'all gotta be the bigger person. If y'all really feel like this is something that we need to work on, I want to grow with you, I'm gonna be the bigger person. But I'm still gonna call you out, but I'm gonna also call myself out.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? Hey, I messed up here. You messed up here, but yes, I messed up here too.
But you see
So this is
you
what we're
just-
gonna do.
But you see what you just did? You just presented a problem and said, you did this and I did this. Both of us are taking responsibility for
Exactly.
the issue.
No,
that
no,
we
no,
had.
not both of us. You called out her issues and you take self accountability. That person probably didn't say, I did this, I made
mean,
you feel this
that
way.
is true.
But you just called out how you feel about her actions and led you to this.
That also determines the person that you're dealing with. Because
True.
if they're like, you know what, you're right, I did do this. But if
But-
they're like, blah, 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 blah,
but-
just going
but
on and
that-
on.
but
And
that's
it's like,
what we
oh,
get.
never mind.
But
I'm
that's
done with
men.
it.
hold on, but that's the thing, like, because a woman is not gonna say this, but a woman don't never want to admit that she's wrong.
Oh, I know.
She's never gonna admit that she's wrong.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I've met some
Yeah,
women.
I mean,
I've met some
once
women
it's
that
like to
might-
the point where like
Usually it's over, and then we realize.
that's what I'm saying. Like when it's too late, like
But
it's.
too late. Then
Jagged
they sit,
edge.
then they sitting in the bathtub and sitting
I
there like,
should have did this. I did. Yeah.
Playing that
okay,
Mary
you
Jane?
goddamn right. Yeah, yeah.
I'm
all
not
that.
gonna cry.
And you crying like a
probably
motherfucker.
damn, I probably shouldn't have said his mama's ass.
No more
Yeah.
pain.
He was telling me I should have did this, and I never did it. Oh, well, okay, well, shit. That's
Too
why.
late
he-
now, motherfucker. Yeah.
Should have been listening to Monica. I should have done better.
But I also feel like what he said earlier was, if you know people haven't loved you the right way, why don't you tell somebody how to love you?
Facts.
Everybody,
Love languages. The love
because somebody
languages.
else,
Yes.
the way you love somebody else,
The
or the
love
way somebody else
languages.
loved you ain't the same way.
Ain't the same way.
This is true.
It ain't the same.
This is
I
true.
love you differently. I may not express it every day, but my action shows you. You can call me at a drop of a dime. I'm gonna stop whatever it is I'm doing, and I'm gonna step out and I'm gonna tend to you. That's love.
But you know what kind of love that you need for you to be
Successful in a relationship. Fact.
happy in a relationship.
Don't come dealing with me then.
No, I don't know about that. Hold
to
up.
read the 5 love languages together. It's therapeutic. We should encourage couples to have more of this conversation.
As a single man, I studied the love languages. I understand how to apply for it, and I also understand how to watch for what my partner needs.
Exactly.
But that's because I took accountability on what I was and was not doing,
On
and
past-
I opened
past
my mind.
experiences, yeah.
Exactly. And I opened my mind and changed my thought process to be a more open lover, to say it ain't just about me. I need to figure out what she wants as well. So as we're going through different cycles, I'm learning what she likes, and that's why the courting phase is important. I am learning you. I'm learning that, you don't like gifts. You're not big on flowers, but you are big on words. You are big on showing. What the hell you talking about?
When you're dealing with Stan, I'm only giving what I'm giving. I'm only giving what I'm not doing all that extra shit. I'm not. That shit's stupid. Fucking flowers. Nigga, fucking flowers. These motherfuckers, they can sit on the counter, they die. Nigga, what the fuck
That's
is that?
perfect, but in
I'm
that
gonna buy you
moment-
this,
That's cool.
I'm gonna buy you this washing machine. All right?
It's gonna last you about 15, 20
Your
years.
washing machine leaking. Now, I'm gonna get you this washing machine. and then we gonna be good. I fuck flowers.
I don't
nigga.
know, man. I don't know. If she like flowers, I'm gonna get her flowers.
Listen.
If she don't like flowers, I'm not gonna get her flowers. I'm gonna get her
Listen,
something else.
I like the expression the women have when you do things like that, because in these days and times, they don't get that a lot. So when they get it, especially the ones that are appreciative of it. Now you got these other motherfuckers that be, oh, these are cute.
Yeah, all that.
They want to throw them up. Oh, you ain't getting shit up.
Exactly.
That's how you
I've
feel.
lost a lot of women like
Cool.
that.
But I mean, I
the
guess,
lack of
I guess
appreciation.
that's just me in relationships. I don't like doing extra shit, nigga. I hit them good, the 3 P's, nigga. I hit them hoes perfectly, nigga. I try to hit them hoes
Preach,
perfectly.
provide, protect.
Yes.
Oh.
Provide, protect, profess, nigga. Yes, nigga.
Say it
Profess.
again.
Provide, protect.
He don't say preach.
Profess.
Profess.
Yes, nigga. You gonna have to learn some shit when you fucking with me. You gonna be good. You gonna be safe. Now, you gonna be safe. I'm gonna make sure your food good. I'm gonna make sure your bills paid. I'm gonna make sure you learn something. You do all the extra shit, buy flowers. Nigga, fuck this shit, nigga.
I'll buy some flowers for my wife, though. I
Look
would.
at it.
I say that, but I've
Look,
done it. But
Yeah, like my wife like flowers, so
it ain't important.
It ain't
Buy
like-
flowers
it-
before
it
she was
ain't-
your wife?
most definitely.
Like,
The first
nigga, you
date
just
I
bought
gave
I
her
mean,
flowers.
and I say, yeah, I just, and
It's just about flowers.
And what's fucked up, oh, let me tell you a
But-
story. It's funny, though. It's funny, though. I'm
Go ahead.
fucked up. Bought some flowers and shit. Bought them hoes online. They supposed to be delivered on February 14th.
Oh, I had a couple experiences like that, my nigga.
Paid extra
Hold on,
money.
Who you Pro Flowers?
I don't know who the fuck it was.
I
I just know,
had 2 experiences with Pro Flowers, and they had to refund me my shit.
nigga,
I was
what,
about to get in their ass, my nigga.
what's fucked up is, nigga, I paid extra for them to be delivered on
that
Valentine's
day.
Day on Sunday, right? Who the hell would have planned for Fort Worth to freeze over?
Oh, you talking about like a month
yes.
and a half ago? Damn.
Yes, nigga. I never do this shit. So it was like big for me to do this shit.
So them others didn't come the
and them
whole
hoes
week.
did not come.
The
nigga.
whole week is the
They
goddamn
was
freeze
dead when
over.
they got to the
Goddamn.
house. bro.
Oh
They
shit!
just
Like,
pulled up, nigga. Them old dead ass flowers. What the fuck I'm gonna do with this shit? I was hot.
I had an experience like that before my wife was my wife. This was I think it was our first Valentine's, and it fell on. I think Valentine's Day fell on a Friday, and I ordered the flowers like on Tuesday, early that week, for them to be delivered certain time on Friday.
Yeah.
And at this time we was dating, we texting all through the day or whatever. She never mentioned anything about the flowers.
That's when you
And
know.
That's why I knew them motherfuckers
And you
would
was
come.
waiting on your thank
Man.
you text, nigga.
But I never got confirmation that they were delivered, anything. So I was like just contacting the Pro Flowers.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Pro Flowers.
Facts.
But ordered these flowers for to be delivered on this day, on a Friday. Even though she was going back to school the next day for like Saturday, like some summer, like some for kids who had to like make up some whatever the situation was then. They still wasn't delivered on Saturday. Them hoes didn't come to Monday.
Nope.
But on that Friday, like by the time she got off work and she didn't get the flower, I was on their ass. Like, give me my money back because y'all didn't get this shit delivered when I paid for it to be delivered.
Yeah.
Give my money back. They delivered them on Monday. She loved them, but like the whole surprise factor was like gone.
Done, yeah.
It was done.
Did she know they were coming?
No.
It was a
Like,
surprise.
by when she got them?
By the time that by the end of Valentine's Day on that Friday, I told her.
Yeah. You was
But
supposed to
she-
get some flowers today.
Yeah, but shit, they dropped the ball.
Now the surprise is gone.
Another thing, women, please be open and allow yourself to be courted.
Yeah.
Be open and allow yourself to be courted. That's where a lot of people fail. They don't, this whole thirsty movement y'all started, let it go. Just let it go.
It's not going nowhere.
It needs to, because it's tainting relationships.
It's social media.
I know.
It's
I
people,
know.
people,
you gotta
people have
have-
to, no, people got to be stronger than whatever the temptation of the allure that social media
Be
is.
stronger than likes, bro. Be stronger than likes.
But it's also like the other people that represent everything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The people that they're watching, who they admire. If that person is out here, you know, fuck these niggas, you know, niggas ain't shit, blah, blah, blah. I'm hoeing this whole life, you know, city girls,
life.
all that
Hot
shit.
girl summer.
You know what I'm saying?
Hot girl
If,
summer.
if that's who
No.
their motivation is, they gonna keep doing it.
Yeah.
It's gonna take the people who have the attention on them to change for everyone else to want to change. You know what I mean?
Check her IG if she
And
follow
just know,
Meg Thee Stallion, nigga.
If you having a hot girl summer, don't be mad when cold nigga winter come around.
I don't care who you. I don't care who you
I'm
follow.
like that all
I
around.
really don't care who
All
you
year
follow. I don't care about none of that shit. Just don't be out there like parading like an IG model and want to be wiped up by just a regular, sensible, 9 to 5, normal, everyday dude.
So we
And
gonna
want
go
some
ahead
ordinary shit.
and wrap this up. But we're going to do this. We finna go around the panel, and I want you guys to share some mental health best practices that people can do at home on their own. Who want to jump it?
I got you.
Go ahead. Go.
So,
I like this stick. I like this stick.
I was recently just telling a friend, this is something that she needs to do when she's suffering with anxiety. When a thought comes into your mind that doesn't benefit your happiness and you in general, instead of feeding that thought, holding on to that thought, and continuously thinking about it and how it's going to mess you up, think about something that does make you happy. Something that doesn't make you happy comes, you say, you know what does make me happy though? And focus on that. And that'll always cure your anxiety.
I was gonna go on that level because I read a book actually earlier this year about like trying to master your emotions, and it touched on that. What you just said, not try to focus on negative energy. If it brings like a negative emotion, if you gotta like constantly like just kind of rethink it, and it evolves into like a negative demeanor that comes out to anybody that you're around, even if it's not intentional, you letting it fester in your mind so much repetitively to where it comes out unintentionally, like on your actions on people that don't even like, it's not even warranted.
Yeah.
So something along the lines of what you're talking about, like just try to like focus, remove the negative energy, focus on the positive, and just try to make everything good as best as you can. But even if it's a negative situation, just try to make the best of it. Find some kind of positive in it.
Abubakar Sadiq.
Huh?
I got a lot of information if you want me to go again.
All right.
This from the book of Japanese whiskey.
Japanese whiskey. Yeah.
I thought I was gonna pull me something up, but I'm like, nah.
You don't want to mess with that shit.
Yeah, I still got a swig left, and
Yeah.
I don't need no more.
Stay with your swig.
Yeah.
You good.
I don't need no more when I leave here.
My advice. Okay, me speaking from my journey through mental health and all that shit that I went through back in the day.
Episode 3, season 1.
You know what I'm talking about? Was it 3? Was it? We got into it that early. God damn. Shit,
That was the first time you said,
we took the
I'ma
condoms
go
off
and put it out
early.
there.
nigga. We went in raw. Say, man. From my journey, I would tell motherfuckers to we talked about self-accountability, and I think that is important. And that's from what I was going through, is I didn't just look in the mirror and really talk to myself about the shit I was going through, shit I was doing, shit I was allowing to be done to me. You know what I'm talking about? So really sit down and have a conversation with yourself about the situation, about what's going on, even if it is you just feeling bad and laying on the couch for fucking 6 weeks and all that shit. It's like, really be aware of what you're going through. Because a lot of motherfuckers they'll get in that quicksand and they'll just stay there. It's like,
Just sinking.
You sinking, bro. Get the fuck out. Try. Nigga, do something. Goddamn.
Yeah, effort.
It's like, no, they just sit there. Because I was doing that shit. So be aware of your situation and your circumstances, and after you are aware, try to figure out a plan to get out the shit.
Yeah.
But most importantly, nigga, just be aware of what the fuck you're going through. Because I know I'm leading on, but it's a lot of motherfuckers that are in that shit and don't know that they in that shit.
Yeah.
Facts.
They ain't even aware.
It's a factual
that,
statement.
Nigga, you don't know what you're going through right
Yeah.
now? It's like, no, this is regular for me. No, it's not regular, bro.
It's not normal. It's not normal.
So be aware of what the fuck you're going through and then try to figure out a way to get out. Yeah.
To even add on to before you go, King, even add on to that, as far as like, a lot of people don't know like the practices as far as like to try to alleviate whatever kind of stress that they may be in. something simple as like just writing down your thoughts or something just to get this shit out. If you can't talk to nobody, write it down. Whether it's some negative stuff that you might be feeling, write it down. Then write down another list of some positive stuff too. Try to focus on. It's just another
tool.
Another tool, another practice.
I wanted to add on to what you were saying. Acknowledge your traumas. That's the biggest thing. Acknowledge them. Don't try and hide
We're bringing Young
from
Moody
it.
back. He coming back next week. You come back next week? Next week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come back next week.
Yeah.
Just don't try and hide your trauma. Don't try and push it down. Don't try and run away from it. Acknowledge it. When you acknowledge any problem, you'll always find a solution.
Is he putting glasses on?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
All right. Turn on your screen recorder.
So, for me, it's more so of an action item. You know, we all go through things, and mental health is more of a, you have to be prepared to deal with any type of issues that you may be going through mentally. So, I put on my glasses because I'm about to profess. So, one thing that I did was I got certified in emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
There's a book you can read called Emotional Intelligence 2.0, and there's also a course you can take. And what this does is it helps you control not only your emotions, but shows you how to counteract and engage with somebody else's emotions without reacting. It teaches you to be proactive and also to recognize their triggers as well as yours. Because any conversation that you go through, whether it be with yourself or with someone else, you have to be able to recognize what triggers you to control what your response is going to be. It's very rare that you can communicate with somebody that can navigate through rage or anger. You know, their natural reaction is to response with rage or anger. But if you know that that's their reaction and they're always on the defensive, and you dial it back and take a calmer approach, and maybe you change some of your words because you know that certain words may trigger a certain response for them. So now you don't want to come off as being authoritative. Maybe you want to come off as being persuasive or make it seem like you're collaborating on
Supportive.
something. Yeah, and you want to have that conversation with yourself or with somebody else. The book and the course teaches you this, and it's a good tool with yourself because it allows you to know how to self-reflect and to be able to have those crucial conversations with oneself for self-reflection, because the world is a dog-eat-dog world, and everything you do is going to be criticized one way or another, whether it be from your boss, whether it be from your peers, your family, your kids, your wife, your girlfriend. You're going to receive some form of criticism. So you have to be able to take the feedback that you need from each one of those situations and mold that into something positive and not think that you're being attacked. When it comes to ways of depression, you know, it teaches you how to A, identify what's causing the depression, and B, how to counteract it or what steps you can take to start counteracting it. And this is just for people who are uncomfortable with going to therapists, or they may feel like they're out of tune with their emotions. They don't know how to control their emotions.
Preaching for real.
So it's definitely a good idea to get into that situation. You know, a lot of people, they'll give you steps like, oh, do yoga, do meditation, you know, but those things require you to open the mind and study. So if you're not a meditator and someone says, oh, you should meditate, but they don't teach you how to meditate, how do you know you're meditating effectively enough to get through whatever it is you're going through?
YouTube.
So, I mean,
Even
you
YouTube
can
don't
try.
work sometimes.
How to meditate.
You can try, but at the end of the day, if you're reading and accepting things for yourself and honestly taking it serious enough to where you can accept the cycle of what you're going through and accept the steps to break the cycle, then you're going to be batting 1,000. So I do recommend reading this book, Emotional Intelligence 2.0, and battle some of those demons. Don't be afraid to have those conversations.
There you
Your
go.
life is no longer a secret. Things happen to you, and you have to.
Happening to everybody.
But you have to own that, but you also can't brunt the bear of all of the ownership. So if there was a situation that happened, it's okay to go to your parents or whoever it is that caused the situation, say, listen, I'm feeling like this because of this. And have that conversation so you can stop stressing and allowing that to wear you down. You have to have those conversations. So Emotional Intelligence 2.0, go get it, read it, embrace it, change your life for the better.
Buy
Because
it on Amazon right now.
and you can't have happiness unless you're willing to explore love. You can't have love unless you're willing to explore happiness.
Preach. Preach, King.
So,
Put
with
that on
being
t-shirt. God
Yeah,
damn.
we need that. We
With
need
that
that.
being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is our show for the night. We want to thank you all for tuning in, those who are in the comments, those who are live sitting in the studio audience. I always say, if you want to be on the panel, hit us up. We're always here. We're going to pull up. B is going to pull up. We're going to cut these cameras on, and we're going to have these conversations no matter how deep, how crucial, how fun they may be, because it's important. So hit us up. You already know the IGs, King_It's_him. We got an intelligent brother that came on the panel that's going to come back.
Appreciate you, young Moody.
He gonna come back.
Sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Moody gonna come back. He gotta come back. But we
Yeah.
gonna lay it out there, man. The title of the show is R.N.S for a reason. So with that being said, I always remember a gentleman never kisses and tells.
And a gangster never fucking snitch.
And that's our show, people. Deuce out. Seek help.
That was a good show.
Hey, hey.
That was fun. I like having these conversations.
You all right, bro?
How old
you know,
are you,
I
man?
used
26.
Oh yeah, you gotta
man.
come back.
you like 40 old out here, man.
Most
gotta come
definitely,
back.
You got
yeah.
16 more years on you.
Man.
I mean, you light skinned, but that's all right.
Man.
He may be like Biz. He may be light skinned, but he's still a dark nigga.
We don't quote Drake.
Yeah, we do. Drake is the GOAT.
Nah, shit, here we
Say,
go.
he called me quoting Drake the other day.
I caught his ass the other night. He straight quoted
No,
Drake.
I
I
don't quote
said,
Drake.
Gotcha.
I said it earlier in the show
Say what?
when you was like, I said
don't
like
remember. It
the
was
lemon pepper.
Yeah.
I like the lemon pepper song.
Go hard on it.
It do. I like that Drake. I like that Drake.
The rapper Drake?
Yes.
Yes, the rapper Drake is okay.
If he wrote it or if he didn't write it, I like it.
that-
I like that Drake.
That pop Drake, I don't. Fuck that shit.
Thank you. He got to get his coins.
The
That
Bills
pays
gonna
bills,
get paid.
Oh, yeah, gonna run
Say
himself.
he
He
already
can,
Drake,
he
nigga,
can put out an
goddamn.
instrumental with got him dropping sand in a damn cup. They gonna be like, oh, that shit is fire. Oh, this
Yeah,
shit
because that's what Drake fans do. That's what Drake fans do, though. You know. Let's be real. Drake fans, nigga,
The goal,
Drake can piss in a cup and record it, nigga.
the
and
goal
it'll
for
go platinum.
Drake, Drake wasn't competing with rappers. He was competing with Taylor Swift. Let's just be clear. At the time he came out, she was on top of the mountain. Who's on top of that mountain now?
What I'm saying is Drake fans is true stands, nigga.
And they
Drake
think
fans are true
and they
stands.
think he deserved to be in the top 5 rapper of
'Cause he
all
do.
time
Yeah.
conversation.
Cause he do.
But he do pop music.
Cause he do.
No, he ain't a spitter, nigga.
What you mean he?
Earlier he was a spitter. Now he a pop star.
Once a spitter, always a spitter.
No.
That's like saying Will Smith ain't no spitter.
He not a spitter.
What does he put out?
When the last time Will Smith spit bars?
Do he not? Do he
Cause
not?
Drake your goat? No. He in your top 5?
There you go. My nigga got taste. I
He
like
in your
this
top 5?
nigga. You fine.
Cause you a woman.
These
It's
niggas-
booty show now.
No, not to be like sexist or like misogynist or whatever, but for the women. It's for the women.
Yeah, hey.
He what?
She said number 3. Who's 1 and 2? Okay.
Okay, she got taste. What's your number 2?
Y'all not gonna like my number
Who
How you
is
know?
it?
Black Thought.
Oh, no,
I
he
respect
good.
that.
Yeah.
I respect that.
You got him.
No, I respect that. And you put Drake in there with Nas and Black Dog? Come on now.
That is weird.
Drake has everything for every emotion.
Because he's
Thank
a
you.
pop star.
Yes.
He's singing and
He's an
dancing and
artist.
shit. No, he's
No
not.
one says anything when Chris Brown do it.
Because Chris Brown do his thing. Nigga, that's Chris Brown lane.
Hold on.
When Chris
hold
Brown
on,
dropped-
hold on. Your top 3 is Nas, Black Thought, and then Drake?
That is a weird 3.
What's wrong with that? No, it's not.
What's
It's-
right
it's
with it?
Diversity.
No.
It's
That is
diversity.
a weird 3.
Is it what?
It's diversity.
Are we talking about lyrical ability?
We talking
Just
about
overall.
Talking
Just
about
overall.
he's not top 5 rapper. He's not a,
That got to be taken into consideration.
he's not a top. What's consideration?
That he don't write everything he spit.
It don't matter. Them niggas wasn't writing everything they spit back in the gap.
True, but even still, he's still not top 5 rapper.
Who was it right?
A lot of them niggas wasn't.
Who?
A lot of them niggas whack. And you saying Nas, but let's be clear about
Nas
something.
wrote that shit.
No. Nas have one hot album every 5-year average.
So going off Jay-Z shit.
And it was facts.
Nas wrote that shit.
What they got to do with Drake rapping?
Drake
got a hot album every year.
Snoop wrote that shit.
Snoop didn't write it.
He got 1,000 writers, nigga.
Like I just said. No.
We're talking about work and
Pac wrote that shit.
yeah, you know, Drake is actually number one. He's
But
up there.
My delivery got him buzzing like the
it's
pizza
just
man.
anything Drake put out,
No,
they
this is
consider
just
it's fire.
delivery,
It's hot.
nigga.
It's fire.
That's fine.
And everything he put out is
It's
not
cool
fire.
for Cardi B. It ain't cool for nobody else,
He's
nigga.
winning, you know what I mean?
Well, come
We're
on.
talking about lyrical ability. I'm sorry, Drake ain't got nothing.
Okay. No. Okay. Same conversation. A lot of people put Wayne in like their top 5, top 10. When the last good album that Wayne put out? Okay. Because all he doing is rapping.
Quarter 3. And I wouldn't even.
All he doing is rapping.
even
Drake
put
put
two.
some other emotional shit in there.
If
That's why he in your top 3 because of diversity. He has a, like you said, he has a song for every emotion. He's not a top 5 rapper.
You know, music.
He not a rapper.
Just say he's a more
definitely a top
well-rounded
5 rapper.
artist. Then he's a more well-rounded artist.
he's definitely
When
not a
he
top 5
raps.
rapper.
he's definitely a top 5 rapper.
When he raps, he is.
He's a very well.
He don't
But
rap.
that's the problem with Drake haters. They say when he raps, but they discount the shit that he rapped on. That shit still
No,
exists.
we don't discount
It
it.
still exists.
That's why he's still. That's why he's still in the conversation because of when he raps.
When he raps.
Don't write everything.
But
It don't matter. You listen to Dre, don't you? Dre ain't write none of his shit.
Who putting Dr. Dre in any kind of
I'm just saying,
conversation
thank
about
you.
Dre is a GOAT producer.
Yeah.
Snoop don't write all his shit.
He ain't up there.
Drake is up there regardless.
Not.
What?
Not.
Nah.
Once somebody writes your shit,
The only reason why you know Drake don't write his shit because somebody else said it and Drake confirmed it. That's it.
You can look it up in the damn credits of the song.
Yeah. Nah, a nigga be giving lines and get credit for a song. Let's be clear about that.
Okay.
You can give one word and get credit for a
All
song.
you gotta do is pull up the fucking
Give me the
RPO
check.
shit, nigga. You can see what percentage
Say it
they got
again.
of the song.
just sitting in the studio, you get credit.
Thank you.
If you give
But-
any kind of
but
influence to the song, yeah.
You get credit.
But
So
the
you
percentages
can't
are-
say that shit about Drake.
No, but the percentages are still registered. So if you get 2% of a damn song,
The thing-
we know you didn't put in
The
that
thing
much.
is about Drake though, you can
But
talk
if you
about
pull up Eminem shit,
No.
Eminem write all his
you
shit.
can talk about Drake, but Drake writes for other artists.
That's
So
cool,
let's
too.
be clear.
So
If Drake
No.
wanted to write his own
Well,
shit,
hold on.
he can do it.
Hold on. What does he write for the artist? R&B songs?
Whatever he wants.
He writes R&B songs for
Whatever
the
he
artist.
wants.
R&B songs for
Whatever
the
he
artist.
wants.
rhythm and blues.
He-
He wrote all the Wayne shit when Wayne got locked up, and before he got locked up,
He wrote none of Wayne's
he
shit.
wrote
John,
Wayne shit.
Did he write the quarter 2?
He wasn't with Drake then. I mean,
He
he wasn't
wrote-
with Wayne.
Exactly.
Hold on.
Wayne fell out when Drake came on.
Nah, he
And that's
didn't.
why I said, when is the last
He
time Drake had Wayne had a good album?
Wayne fell out
Wayne
when
ain't
Drake
had no
came
good
on.
album since he got locked up.
2009,
But all the songs that
Carter
were
3,
out,
and goddamn No Ceiling.
all the songs that were out,
Nigga,
when
them-
Wayne was
them
still
mixtapes
relevant,
was
Drake
fire.
That was
wrote.
it. After that, he's done.
Drake wrote. He kept Wayne relevant. Hell yeah, fucking right. Drake wrote that.
Nicki ain't shit either.
What's the name of the damn song?
Hell yeah, fucking right was not that big, nigga. It just
What?
wasn't that good of a song.
Headlines.
I
Drake
take
wrote
anything
that.
over quarter and anything on
The
quarter 2
Crew.
over Hell yeah.
Drake
fucking
wrote
right.
that shit. The shit with Nicki Minaj. He wrote some of Nicki Minaj shit.
Hold on, you bringing up shit that was like 15 years ago, my nigga.
He don't write for Wayne no more. He got his own shit.
He don't write.
Just wait, man.
If he writes an R&B
Your
song.
guru, bro.
Yes, bro, like that is my theme song.
What?
Hell yeah, fucking right. All my
That
exes
song
live
damn
in
though.
Texas like I'm George Strait.
No, I can't deny
I'm going
that.
to Georgia
I can't
State,
deny that
to
Drake
which is
goes-
not by some other nigga
Drake
that
got
live in
some
the-
bangers. Drake got some bangers, but I'm not putting him in that
Boy, you
conversation in the top
sick.
5. I'm not putting him in that conversation in the top
Yo,
5
listen,
rappers.
listen. Niggas don't put Rakim in their top 5, but he was killing everybody back
I
in the
would
game.
put Rakim top 5 before I put motherfucking Drake.
10 times.
Nigga,
100 times over
Drake
100.
may make top 20. Nigga, I'm not discounting dude.
And Rakim ain't
He
put an
might
album
hit
out in
20.
how many years?
And he only had one song on the radio.
What song?
Two.
What song?
Two.
It's my list.
Don't Sweat the Technique, Paid in Full.
Paid in full.
It's my
That's
list.
it. Only
nigga,
two.
fuck that. I'll put
I like
Rakim
Big
over
Daddy
Drake.
Kane. Big Daddy Kane's in my top 5. In my top 5.
And you put Drake
Yes,
before
nigga.
or
Because
after? No, before or after Big Daddy Kane?
I'll put him after. I'll put him
Drake
after.
ain't in the top.
He
Man,
is.
I'm stop.
But he is.
Don't you dare put them.
The thing about it, bro, Drake has dominated the game since he's came
no,
out.
no.
But
We talking about
so
rap.
far, dog,
We talking
he
about album
dominated
sales.
the rap
No,
game.
we talking about rap. We ain't talking about popularity and album sales. And
You don't think he dominate the rap game?
I got him, bro. I got him. The game has changed. You dig what I'm saying? Jordan was cold. Put Jordan in 2020 hooping, nigga.
Listen to this.
No,
Listen to this.
It's different. The game has changed. The rules have changed.
Has it?
The refs have changed. The game is different.
Kendrick came at Drake. Everybody was like, oh, Drake, he killed Drake. He did this, he did that. Where's Kendrick now?
Where is Kendrick?
Hold on. Stop.
No, hold on. You read.
Where's Kendrick now?
Now, you're like a motherfucker.
Where's Kendrick now?
Reads, bro.
Who's
King.
selling out?
He reads.
Who's selling?
Hey, King, don't do that shit.
Who's selling?
Don't do that shit,
Where's
bro.
Kendrick?
Don't do that shit, bro.
Of who?
Hey,
He ain't on top of Drake?
don't do that shit, bro.
He on top of Drake?
Stop.
Reads.
Stop.
He on top of Drake?
You insane.
I have to say this though.
Name a song from Kendrick last album.
Oh my God, you reaching, bro.
Name a song from Kendrick last album.
I can't name a song from Drake last album, nigga. What you saying? Nigga? Say what?
The whole damn album. The album.
that whole album
is
didn't
called
jam.
damn, but the whole damn
That whole
album.
album didn't jam.
You
Crazy than
disgusting.
motherfucker. You biased.
Yeah.
You biased.
Wait,
Boy, you
I do
sick.
have to say this.
Cause
You sick.
Cause you talking about.
You sick.
We talking about two totally different things.
He
King.
definitely better than Cole. And Cole, my nigga.
Who better than Cole?
Drake.
Man, stop.
Say,
Hey, man, let me get this shit off me, man.
This
Come on.
nigga is insane.
Roy still out.
He's drunk. Take his keys.
Hey, mute that shit, Biz.
Take his
Cut that
keys.
shit off.
Don't
This
mute that
nigga-
shit.
this nigga on that bullshit.
spit that real shit, nigga.
Take his
He on
keys.
that bullshit, boy.
Yes, he is. He's speaking facts.
Cause she's a Drake.
The women love it. No.
He is speaking
I'm gonna say
facts.
this before.
Drake is in your top 5.
Drake, if Drake
Yes.
stops
Okay, so you gonna feel the same way he feel because he think Drake the GOAT.
putting in work for a year, he's gonna disappear.
Say that again.
No, at all. He's done it.
For a year.
Drake ain't made no album in 2 years. You realize that?
Drake will never disappear.
And they still playing his all this shit.
When was Drake last album?
He just put out an album with 3 songs, 1, 2, and 3 on the Billboard.
Scary House.
1, 2, 3 on the Billboard.
And what was the last one?
1, 2, 3 on the
What was
Billboard.
the last one?
The last one was
Dark
Score.
2018 when Dan came out.
Trash.
In 3 years.
that was a year ago.
Trash. You just
A
said
year
3
ago.
years.
What was a year ago?
Drake, his last album before this one.
You just said 2-3 years.
He's constantly putting shit out though.
Even then, listen. If Kendrick puts out a
Drake.
song, right, anytime soon, or even in the next 2 years, it's still gonna top most of the sales that Drake gets.
Who?
Kendrick. As
Facts.
soon as he drops that album, it's gonna sell.
And you know why?
Cole, same.
And you know why?
Drake will always outsell them.
No, nigga. Kendrick will outsell Drake
The only
every
reason
time.
he would
And do you know why?
He has to be constant.
Because of
He has to be constant.
popularity.
If he's not constant,
Right.
And popularity.
Right. See, that's the thing. Drake's thing is
Your whole
saturation.
argument have been like he dominated the game because of goddamn popularity.
It's
because of shit he
saturation.
put out.
That's
that
what
too.
it is. It's
That too.
saturation. It's bro. As long as he continues to put shit out, but see, that's the thing. When we talk about fucking quality over quantity, like right, we preach that shit, right? Drake will continue to drop,
Quantity.
and then take
no goddamn quality.
and then take over other folks' songs with features, nigga, features.
That too.
Oh, I'm gonna get on that just to stay relevant.
that's the
Whereas,
crowd that does it.
Whereas Kendrick Lamar can drop an album, nigga, and dominate, and then disappear.
Name another rap artist who has put out 3 songs and all 3 of them within the same week are 1, 2, or 3 on the Billboard.
Nobody.
Who can do that?
Who do-
Drake.
Nobody cares.
that don't make him
That don't make him
Exactly.
great.
Well, okay.
That's
Hold on.
a sign of the time.
Hold on.
He ain't 1, 2, or 3.
Hold on.
Nah.
Hold on. 2019. Hold on. 2019.
One song.
2019. What's
When
called?
nobody released an album.
Listen, 2019. Lil Nas X dropped Old Town Country Road, whatever the name of that song was. That shit stayed on the top of the Billboard for how many weeks?
Shit, about 30. Something like
So
that.
is he in that conversation?
He has support from white people doing country music.
And Drake don't got support from white people?
They didn't want him.
Drake don't got support from white people?
This nigga here.
Popularity?
This nigga.
Drake gets support from
Oh,
everybody.
get the fuck out
This
of here.
nigga
Ken.
here,
Everybody.
man.
Because again,
Fuck out of here.
Drake is that nigga.
I feel like y'all
look.
have an issue that Drake makes music.
No. We don't like we.
He's diverse.
No, the argument.
It doesn't need to be hard to be.
No.
See,
The
that ain't even
the argument is like as far as like just rap. He making it other shit. We talking about just straight rap.
He raps better than 90% of the people
stop.
you name.
You know, okay, I'll be 100 with you. You know what my issue is with Drake? What my issue is with Drake is you can be that fucking big in a black dominated space and not say shit about black people. You get what I'm saying? Like who was on top? When Pac was on top, black. When Big was on top, it was hood. This is going on, right? We talk about the GOATs.
Drake is a Jew from Canada.
Yeah,
That was on Degrassi.
What the
So
fuck
you
did-
want him to lie?
No, I want him to say what's real.
All his circle is white.
I want him to say what's
His
real.
entire OVO circle is white.
I want him to say
What
what's
you mean?
real.
And that dance
He
argument.
dancing, bro.
That dance
He
argument right there.
He dancing it up. No, that nigga Drake. Hey, that nigga Drake dancing in an orange box, nigga. George Floyd got his knee on his neck. Drake dancing in an orange box, nigga.
Drake could never come
Fuck
out
outta
and
here.
Tupac. Y'all
You
be
can't
like,
be the
Get
GOAT.
your light-skinned
No.
Jew ass out of
No.
here.
I'm not-
trying to be like Tupac.
That ain't my argument. I know that's not him. I know that's not
Bullshit.
that's not his makeup. That's not my thing. But mine is as far as just rap.
Y'all wouldn't even accept Drake being like.
No, it will be no.
No, because it's not him. Well, it's the same thing with like J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar. They're not professing to be gangster or this.
Yeah.
But everybody loves.
But
their fucking
everybody
music.
black.
J. Cole black and white.
He black.
So is
He ain't Jewish.
He's
That
still
don't mean
black.
shit.
So is Drake. Drake is also black and white. If his daddy black, he black.
If he got two
J. Cole grew up in the hood.
drops of blood,
Drake grew up in the
body,
suburbs
he's black.
of Canada. He's also Jewish.
That don't mean shit.
It means a lot.
The struggle.
It means a lot.
So
He didn't have the same struggles that we have over
He
here.
danced in her orange box, nigga.
And he made millions off that song.
He dancing in an orange
I'm not
box.
expecting Drake to be gangster. I don't listen to gang. I listen to gangster shit. I'm not a gangster ass dude. I listen to J. Cole, Big Crit, Kendrick Lamar, Sci-Hi the Prince. I listen to those Jay-Z.
You like
Of
Ice
course-
Cube?
I listen to Cube, yeah.
So Ice Cube went out and supported Trump. Drake didn't know shit like that, but you still fuck
Did
with
he?
that nigga.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I did it.
He supported Trump.
He didn't
He supported
support Trump. He have a conversation
he had
with the
a meeting with
motherfucker.
him.
That don't mean he's supporting
Have
motherfuckers.
a conversation.
You one of them niggas.
Yeah.
Had a conversation.
No. We can talk to the motherfucker.
Say that one more time, please.
What she say? Well,
With the president. I'll never have dinner with the president. Oh, we forgot about that, because he clowned Eazy-E for doing the same thing.
Hold on. What was it?
nigga, that was 20 years
What
ago.
was his
nigga.
meeting about? What was his meeting about? Was it about like for him just personally, or was it about for the
He didn't indulge.
Say, man.
You think Cube got to do that?
That nigga,
I'm trying to figure out why an active member of the Nation of Islam is going to go meet with the Republican racist president. What you got to talk about?
So then he meet with the Democrats too. What you
No,
gonna
he
talk
did
about
not.
that?
He didn't know. That's the thing. He
The
didn't.
thing was he wanted to do it after.
this nigga here. That's full of shit.
Again, y'all can hate on Drake how you want to.
Drake full of shit, bro.
Hey, I say this, I respect Drake. He's a great artist. He does his thing.
He's a great artist.
He just ain't up there.
Do you feel like Chris Brown is one of the GOATs?
In his lane.
No, just listen. Let me finish.
In his-
you feel like Chris Brown's one of the GOATs?
In his
Of
lane.
what?
In his lane, right?
Of what?
In
Of
his lane.
just what he does. Chris
You
Brown's.
know what?
Huh?
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown. You combine Lane and Brown.
Chris Brown. He literally has his own lane that
He
no one else
does.
is in.
Okay, so listen.
Like not one other person is literally.
Now I hear you when you say that,
Not
right?
now. Not right now.
I hear you when you say that. But Drake and Chris Brown are the same goddamn artists.
Nope.
The only difference is Chris is more talented. Chris Brown's an R&B
He the GOAT,
singer.
but it's
No,
another
listen.
nigga that's more
Chris
talented
Brown's
than
an
him.
R&B singer that can cross over to rap and all this other shit.
He the
Drake
GOAT,
is a
okay,
rapper
he the
that
GOAT,
cross
but it's
over
another
to
nigga that's
R&B
more
and pop.
talented than him
They're
in
the
his
same
lane.
artists.
Did you just say Chris Brown is the GOAT? No, Drake is the GOAT. but Chris Brown is more talented than him.
And they in the same
Then
way.
how is he the GOAT? How,
They're
bro?
two different lanes.
Nah, you just said they was.
Look, now what I can agree on, but I can't even agree on that because Chris Brown ain't put out a good album.
Whoa.
Dude got a good. He got some good singles off each album. The whole album is not gonna be fire. You gonna skip a whole bunch of shit on Chris.
Heartbreak on the Full
album.
Moon.
Man, come on, man.
No, I bullshit you not. He put out like 40, 50 songs on that album, bro.
And you better skip 37 of them.
And nah,
45 songs.
I will give him a good
37.
20 something off that album.
20 something.
But he put up 50 something songs.
He put out 45.
Well, 20 something are good.
You skipping 37 of them.
I ain't
hoes.
skipping 37 of them hoes.
But he don't put out a good. He good on features and like a single. He ain't put out a good album yet, fool. And he been out since he's 15.
You mean ever?
Ever.
Oh my God.
Even when you was a teenager, that shit wasn't hot.
I didn't listen to Chris Brown as a teenager.
When he came out with Yo,
I
and
ain't
Excuse
do
Me,
the, I ain't do the teeny bopper music.
But even if you go back to them albums, you appreciate music. You love good music.
Yeah, I do.
You gonna skip some of them songs on the goddamn album.
I will.
On every Chris Brown album, you gonna skip them hoes.
I mean, I'm gonna skip something on everybody's album.
The fact.
That's just straight up.
On everybody's albums?
Yeah.
On most of their albums?
Yeah.
On most of the albums, you skip like most tracks on most of their
I
albums.
think the most consistent artist I listen to where I rarely skip shit on the album is Trey Songz.
J. Cole?
Only J. Cole.
That KOD was hot.
Went to the album, I'm like,
Yeah, J. Cole did
Everything.
something. He did.
Everything.
He did.
And even then, I might
J. Cole
skip
did do
one.
that.
After you listen to it a few many times and it's not one of your favorites. But even if it got 15 tracks in this one album, 13 or 14 out of 15 is not a bad goddamn percentage.
I can agree with that.
I'll be honest, this album Drake dropped, I only like 2-3%.
True. I can, and I can
Look,
understand
even
that.
with the Scorpio album with the double disc shit, it's like what, like 26, 25 songs on it?
I was not too far.
How many you
that
skipping
album.
on that motherfucker?
Yeah.
Hold on,
He
what'd
your
you
goat.
say?
He your goat, though.
Hold on. What'd you say?
You not too what? You not too what?
You not.
I wasn't too fond of that album.
But he the goat.
He is the GOAT.
Oh, okay.
No,
He's
bullshit.
definitely the GOAT.
Bull fucking shit.
But
Bullshit
I'm not.
with flies
But
over
a
it,
lot
my
of
nigga.
Drake pop songs I'm not into.
But he the GOAT.
He is the GOAT.
But he do pop.
He has that ability to do that.
No, nigga, he does not have the ability.
Yes,
to
you
do
have
that.
to be able to
Man,
do
let
pop.
me get out of here. What time is it?
Shit, it's about 1:30.
130.
Oh, yeah, I need to roll. I was trying to ride the bike in the morning. That shit out of there.
These niggas crazy, Biz.
Ain't nobody crazy.
He don't lose credit.
Every Monday.
At this time?
Now,
We try to get here earlier.
we be here at 8:30. Today I overslept. I ain't gonna lie, I was tired. I had too much pecan pie.
It's,
Goddamn pecan pie fuck you up, man.
You might learn about the pecan pie next week.
Boy, they goddamn pecan pie.
Next Monday, 8:30.
No, tell that nigga that. Well, nah, Reagan had track practice, nigga. I be trying to be present, nigga. So, yeah.
On Mondays?
Actually, came to me today to record a song.
Oh, really? You about to leave?
Oh, wait, hold on.
We about to record.
Pause.
No, I
Record a
already
song.
did.
What you do?
music?
Yeah.
What you do? What you do? Sing, rap, what?
All right.
Oh, yeah. Let me hear something.
So he was talking some shit. He might rap straight.
You know what I'm talking about?
Hell, you mean?
Well, I'm curious.
Yeah.
I mean, you got spit nothing. I'm talking about like recorded.
Oh, you want to hear something recorded?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can show you some old shit that I ain't did nothing in a minute. That's why I came today and I was like, all right.
What the Bluetooth? He got the Bluetooth speaker over there. Behind one of these walls.
Damn it, man. It's 2 seasons you bring that Drake shit up every
my
goddamn
guy, man.
wow.
Thank you, bro. It's like, it's weird. It's like, nigga, the nigga is not the GOAT, bro.
That is my nigga, dog. I listen to him.
But see, that's the thing.
You can't
It-
be the GOAT if niggas writing your lyrics. It's impossible.
But see, that's the thing.
You go hard, I'm a fan.
In today's time, notoriety trumps all.
When did ghostwriting not become part of the game? Like,
I mean, it's always been part of the game. It
I
has.
don't understand
It
that.
has.
It's been part of the game, but it's one of those things that have never
It's
been
like being
celebrated.
a basketball player and a nigga coming in,
Yeah,
shoot your free throws,
yeah,
and you still the GOAT.
yeah.
I got 93,
Shaq would be the GOAT.
93% free throw percentage.
Shaq
but
would be
I got-
Shaq would no. Shaq would be the GOAT. Nigga, if he could get Dwayne Wade to come shoot his free throws.
Huh, that's funny.
Penny Hardaway when he was in
That's funny.
Orlando.
That's funny, because niggas running around talking about LeBron James to go, but every last one of his big championship games, somebody else hit the game with a shot.
So what that mean?
You gotta take
What that mean?
But he to go.
We about to start.
But he to go.
Man.
Kobe gonna take his shot.
What that mean?
Jordan gonna take his shot. Wilt took his shot. Magic took his shot. But LeBron passed the ball.
But
he to go.
Give my shit. I'm fit to go.
This nigga here.
But he to go.
This nigga's ill.
Man, look at these.
This nigga's ill.
This nigga's ill.
Don't go there.
No, bro, you reaching now. You reaching. Reach. Reach.
Ain't no reach.
Oh, Jordan took every final shot. Oh, okay.
No, he did not.
Oh, okay.
Steve Curry one shot. That nigga and Jordan set it up off the double team.
No. Steve Kerr probably hit the shot like in the finals of the championship. He ain't hit just goddamn
I
one
know
shot.
that. I'm just saying.
Exactly.
That was his moment.
Exactly.
And Jordan set that up. So what you saying?
Steve Kerr, John Paxson, Tony Kukoc, Craig Hodges, B.J. Armstrong.
What about?
Oh, okay.
They wasn't Michael.
All right.
They wasn't Michael.
They were making the goddamn shots that Jordan didn't take, nigga.
But Kobe did.
Who he passed to? Derek Fisher, Brian Shaw.
Who they had to
Who he
get?
passed it to?
He reaching, bro.
Who they had to get?
You entertaining this bullshit. He reaching.
Oh, that bullshit.
He reaching.
Y'all got Kobe fucked up.
No, bro.
You got Lebanon fucked up.
Kobe said, if it's a basket to be made, I got it.
Bro, Kobe said a double team shot by me is better than a wide open shot by Luke Walton.
Fact. And he made that bitch.
But
What LeBron do?
so what you saying?
Quickly.
No, bro.
That nigga passed that ball so quick.
You comparing shoot first players to a pass first players.
Oh, he a pass first player now.
Is he
Same-
not?
The same nigga to say he can score at will.
Is he not? Is he not a pass?
He can't.
Everybody in the NBA can score a wheel.
Nah.
Name a regular nigga that go play against an NBA player right now and get a bucket.
Exactly. Boy,
These niggas are professionals for a reason.
they in the G League for a reason.